good afternoon, good evening. How's everybody doing? I know Nikki was in here early. NET, John Gray, how you doing? Jake, of course. Douglas, Black Sheep. Did I miss anybody? Chris is here. Hey, Chris, brother, how are you? Um, and I think that's it. Oh, and Tommy J. Cool. Let's see. What should I start with? Let's see. At first, I did get finally. Okay, what are we in? January, February, March, April, May, June, almost July, probably July by the time. So 7 months later, I did get my all my paperwork and everything in on that final third retirement deal that my wife will actually get money after I pass, which is cool. Makes me be able to sleep at night. Let me adjust this just a little bit. There we go. It wasn't too bad, was it? That's better, I guess. I don't know. How's the sound and everything? It sounds good in here. And usually when it does, I didn't. What did I leave that setting at? Which way does it sound better? You guys tell me. Sound better now, or does it sound better now? Maybe it does with that. Does it sound like sound good now, or does it sound better now? Let's see what they say. Sounds fine both ways, or hey, if I say now, how the hell are you going to know? I should have said this is number one and this is number two. Okay, so I have it set on the what is it? The echo cancellation. The other day, everybody said that it sounded there wasn't as much background noise or something. Sounds good to me. But I'm deaf in one ear. Yeah, I'm that way too, Nikki. Nikki, it's always good to see you here. She's going the extra mile by staying up at 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. Hey, Mama Bear, how are you? But yeah, so I finally got it in 7 months late. They did proactive or whatever back and ended up giving me, money all the way back to January. I haven't received any money yet, but all the paperwork's there. So, and been all approved and everything too. So I'm happy. Like I said, I could die tonight and I'd be, um, I'd be a happy man. What is Chris saying? Sounds better now you had it to start with. Without the thin, it's a little noisy. Sounds better now. It sounds better how you had it. Okay, that would be this way, like this. So you're saying it sounds better like this, Chris? I'm sure to normal people like me, it probably sounds just fine. I did actually was looking at the Bobby had right before we started. That's why I was a little bit late. I was watching his video on his new mic and headphone set. I think I told you guys I got these 4.5 years ago before I came here, and they're noise canceling Bluetooth. Although I have them plugged in, the little thing on this ear popped. So my wife went. She didn't have any glue, but she went to her mom, and her mom had some fingernail glue, and I put it on there, and it seemed to work. But the ones that Bobby was showing, it's a USB mic, the arm, the little thing in front of it, and I was going to ask Bobby. I thought I didn't look in the description on whether he said how much it was, but they're about 5,000 baht on Lasada. So what is that? 30, 60, 90, 150 ish, $160. So anyway, hey Daniel, how you doing? Um, so, but I don't think I got two of these, and the arm was a little flimsy, but it's been hanging in there for a year anyway. I think I've had it for over a year. Sounds warmer. How you had it? Okay, I'll leave it here then. Now it's easier to listen to. All right, Chris. I'll leave it like this. And I still have the. What do I have? I have the automatic adjust mic volume is on. I think you had told me to keep that on, so we'll see. Other things, what? Hey, Joe. Your mother and father. Sorry for being late. Anytime, Joe. I appreciate it. We did actually the video that I did on the school for the shirts actually got more views than I thought it was only going to get like 50. It got more views than I thought it was going to get, and it was a joy to do. Like I said, my father-in-law had a smile on his face from ear to ear the whole time. So did everybody. It was just a good time. The people are good people, and it was fun to do. So I'm looking forward to putting together the deal and trying to get them the three 55-inch TVs that they want. He seemed to, when he talked to me through my wife interpreting or whatever, it seemed like it was a big part of what they want to do. It helps them, I guess. It probably helps them with the teacher load because they probably connect with the school in Wahin, and now they've got a teacher that's actually, help teaching one of their classes, which takes a burden off of them. So that's probably why they're doing it, I'm imagining. But anyway, I'll keep you updated on it. Hey JJ, how you doing? Good to see you. Thanks for coming by. The next thing, let's see. I've got everything. Black Sheep will be good to hear this. So the one is done. I've got to go down and still get the deal for for my passport. So I got to go down and get the 4,400 and whatever it is, two bank drafts. So I'm going to go down and do that today, and then I'll probably get those out. I'm hoping tomorrow. What was the other thing that I needed to do that I was procrastinating about? Oh, my knees. I do have an appointment. I go to see the doctor here in less than a week, I think. And I'll find out. And I'm hoping that he's going to suggest a orthopedic here in Surin would be nice, but we'll see what he has to say. I'll let you. You guys will be the first to know. To you too. Thanks, JJ. Appreciate it. My son had sent me a little, Happy Father's Day deal, which is always cool. He's a busy guy. He's got four little ones, so they keep on his toes. Love your what? What was it, Nikki? What did Nikki say? I can't read it in top color name, and that's the right English spelling, not color. Collar. I know it's weird. Some of the English words. Of course, that's where we derived our language from, right? But hey, Robert Mack, how you doing? Glad you could make it. Keep down question. Are foxes considered pests in the UK? Did you see that, Nikki? Are they? I don't know. She'll let us know. Black sheep. We have loads and loads in my garden and sitting on my cabin. I love them, but they scream like little kids. I do not like that. Yeah, I could imagine. I don't know. We had an overrun in the United States of coyotes, but then they just put open season on them, and people were killing them and bringing in and getting bounties on them. I don't know. Like I said, I can't kill things like I used to when I was younger. I don't know, just not me anymore. I mean, in case to eat or to protect my family or myself, I don't have a problem at all. But just to go out and kill something like we did when we were younger for no reason, I can't do that anymore. Let's see what they're saying. Because they are here and can be terminated. Not sure what the word to use. Yeah, with the coyotes, they put a bounty on them. I don't think they have it anymore, but for a long time they had it, and people were going out and killing a bunch of them and bringing them in. It wasn't much money. I don't know why they were doing it. I think they just wanted to kill shit. Um, so anyway, so that's what I've got to do on the passport and the knees. So that pretty much brings up all that. Now, I did watch James last night, and the last that we had reported on the ganja situation was that pretty much everything was legal for the next 3 months, and then they were going to reevaluate. Well, I guess from what James was saying, they're already reevaluating, and he had said, which he's perfectly 100% correct on, is Thailand changes at the every second, and when they put something out, then they think about it more, and then they go, okay, so they have to put out something else to combat what they had said, and what it is the recreational use of the ganja. So he said, don't be surprised if another law or something comes out saying that you can't. But it was my understanding that it never was, at least in public. They never gave the okay. That was one of the stipulations, that you could smoke in your own home, grow it in your own home, smoke it in your own home, but out in public around people, like somebody eating durian, this far away from me. My wife does it on the front porch with the family, and I still smell it in the house. So in that particular instance, I think it's always been that way. But we'll see what happens. Even if they do, I mean, it's probably going to be that they're just going to want to solidify. Yep, no, you cannot. You cannot sit out in public and blow smoke in people's face. So we'll see. We'll see what happens with that. Let's see. Did I miss anything? I don't think so. Uh, Everybody's just saying hi. Filled the bottle of Jameson yesterday. You did? Did it give up much of a fight or no? I just don't drink anymore, so I don't know. I don't have to worry about it anymore. I'm lucky, man. Like I said, people that have drinking, are alcoholics or whatever, I feel for them. Besides, it's probably one of the hardest things in the world to stop. And I'm just lucky because, like I said, if I couldn't go out for my nice Mexican food and not at least have one or two margaritas, although I could have virgin margaritas, it's just not the same. Have one or two, I don't know, I'd go crazy. I would think so, Gator. I don't see any reason why not. Now, what might happen is they're saying, "Oh, is that laced?" Yeah, it is. Is it to meet the 0.02 percent? Well, I don't know, and take it and test it, and if it's over it, throw you in jail for 1,000,000 years. I'm just kidding. I just still don't know how they're going to police this. It's going to be interesting to watch it as it develops. I mean, how are they going to know what is what? Now they're saying that according to what my wife said, and according to the way I read it. Now this is it could be different. Always go to the government and see what it says. It doesn't matter what the bud could be 100% THC. It's the edibles and the oils and that kind of stuff that has to meet. As far as I know, just the oils, the extracts. So I guess it would be in the edibles. That has to meet the 0.02 percent. The bud itself doesn't. And according to what way that it was told to me, and the way that I understand it, is you can grow 25-30% THC weed and in your own home, digest it, make butter, rub it on your head, whatever you want to do with it, and it shouldn't be any problem. But 3 weeks from now, 3 months from now, we'll see what they really say about it. I used to have, I think he's in, a smoke with my brother back in the day. It helped him with his arthritis. I had smoked and was sick and slept for 6 hours for the first time. Yeah, it's great for sleep. Like I said years and years ago, I smoked 3 packs of cigarettes for God knows how many years, ever since I was, well, not 3 packs, but ever since I was 14, 15 years old, something like that. For a lot of years. So 50 years I basically smoked. It'll be 3 years. This New Year's will be 3 years that I haven't smoked. It's amazing how to be in ICU with a tube down your throat for 2 months helps you quit. And I knew after that, when I got out, I knew that if I well, I could have went right back at it. And I said, nah, you know what? It's going to kill me anyway. So why don't I give myself a break? Plus, it's nice. Like I said, I was such a slave to frickin' cigarettes. You know, if I went to a movie, I can only watch the first half hour of the movie, and I was jonesing to get out of there and and smoke a cigarette. It's just horrible, and it's just a disgusting habit. But the point that I was making is I wouldn't suggest anybody to do that, but like to get an edible, a brownie, and cut it into quarters or something, and take before you go to sleep. I had friends for years and years and years that they'd hit one hit on it and sleep all night long. I should try it because I can't sleep with the crud. But I just never liked the high. Well, I did like it when I was younger, and then I did had an episode of smoking an excessive amount, and after that, for some reason, the paranoia was unbelievable. But thanks, Nikki. Yeah, I mean, I tried before. I mean, I quit one time. I quit maybe 5 times in my life, and with the patch and the gum and I had everything possible, but I just never could. I think the longest was 3 months, I think, or something like that. But let's see. Nikki said I used to smoke. Makes a difference in how it smells. Yeah, I don't really notice it too much now, but when I quit smoking that 3 months, I worked as a building engineer, and it was in a secure building for UCSF, and in the back door, my office was right past it, and they had to swipe their cards, and I had a little window. Of course, I always kept it closed, or the blinds down. But with the doors closed, the window was a solid window. I If somebody walked down that hallway and I opened that door, just cracked it, I could smell I could smell the smoke. I mean, it was like intense. For some reason, this time it really doesn't bother me. It doesn't register like the one cousin that did the wall and the Thai kitchen and all that. He's a smoker, and he always makes a point of, going away and not right in front of me. And I said, it doesn't really matter. I'm not. It doesn't make it any worse. Put it that way. Let's see. Black Sheep has a question. Any progress on the? You know what? I got it's sitting outside, hooked up. Water ran to it, and it's got a drain on it. So is it going to stay there forever? God, I hope not. I really don't want it by the steps on my patio, but it might for right now, at least until I get him out here and finish up the overhang. And did the Thai kitchen sink tap ever get turned around so that the handle is facing? I haven't even been out there. But somebody had said that, or my wife had said, she thinks, I got to go check it maybe after this now that you said that. She thinks the way that he tied it into the septic system, which I didn't really want him to do that anyway, might be screwing up with our septic. Downstairs doesn't flush correctly. I mean, it doesn't flush the way that it did when they first put it in. So I'm gonna have to go out and check that and go through what he's done. Jake said I smoked for 20 years and drank a lot of coffee. They said it would stunt your growth. Yeah, I don't know. I shrank an inch or so since I was 18, 19 years old. But the biggest thing with me was going to the bars when I was younger. It was like that doubled my smoking because as soon as I went in, it was just chain one after another. And if I had a drink in one hand and I had a cigarette and lit in the other. So anyway, so now I don't. I told Nick I did the that orange chicken, and I should have recorded it. Turned out really good, but I didn't. I've got to do it. I'm still not completely set up in there. They're still putting stuff in my refrigerator. I still haven't gotten all my spices in the. I need to find some airtight containers before I even open up some of the other spices because I noticed on a couple of them that I opened up in bags and they didn't go into airtight containers. They were ruined after a week from the humidity and all that kind of stuff. And I'm talking like onion powder, garlic powder, that kind of stuff just got hard as a rock. And so I've got to do that. So I'm going to look on Lasada, and I've got some picked out. I just got to order them. Let's see, what did I miss? Hey, Dowlow, how you doing? Are you still here in the land of smiles? Yeah, that's what I did too. An inch though. I went from 5'11" to 5'10". So I don't know what the hell. I guess they say I don't know. They say you compress or something. I don't know. Just old, I guess. Yeah, exactly. John, me too. And a lot of the stuff was I'm just not as active as I was when I was a kid. I've got to get out and do something, um, or I'll explode. So I'm supposed to go to the gym. So maybe I'll go there with my wife. Maybe I'll ask her to meet me there after she gets off work today. Um, Still in the land of smiles, Cook. Good for you. Your boots, your boobs are weighing you down. Maybe mine too. I seem to have gotten some with age. But yeah, so I don't know. Anything else? Anybody have any questions? I can't really. Besides the ganja thing, which I could talk about that for days upon days. But the rest of the stuff I think is all going to come true. I think everything on July 1st is going to transpire. I think everything's going to be gone. Thailand Pass, masks. Now they say that the masks in mass, in large venues or whatever are going to be. I don't know if they're even going to accept them or make you wear them in a grocery store. There's not going to be any testing. It's pretty much going to be wide open come July 1st, and I believe that. I believe it will. I truly believe it will. Yeah, I started walking. Yeah, I got. That's what I need to. The first thing I need to do is, and I get up at like 5 o'clock. So even if it's hot here in Thailand, I've got a good hour and a half window. Even an hour would be good for me to start. So I just got to make myself do it. Got to stop with my procrastination. Jake said, "Sorry, I couldn't help myself. You're fine as always." Dave, get some oxygen absorb pack, some spice, and put for cake. I will. I'll look into that, Jake. Hey, unseen, Thailand and Chiang Mai. How are you? I think come July 1st we will be back. Yeah, and they're saying that the airlines even saying the first part of 2023 they're going to be at 95% of what they were before the virus. So or 85% is what they said. So that's awesome. I think so too. I think it's a given. They have to. They got to keep up with everybody around us. Cambodia and Laos and everybody, Vietnam. Pretty soon everybody's going to go. We just need to be open. And for the poor Thai people, they need to make a frickin' buck. But I'm hoping. I'm hoping that it. I believe it. I would be thoroughly amazed if they rescinded and all that, and we still had a Thailand pass, and we still had to wear masks everywhere, and people are already taking the mask off. And I noticed I watched part of Chuck's video, and he was in Korat, and he said that, oh, I'm just going to leave it off. 60% of the people don't have them on anyway. So I think that they pretty much given up. Like I said, if you're not replacing that mask, if you're wearing it all day, that's too much as far as I'm concerned. If you're wearing it 2 hours, you need to put a new one on. But I don't think that Thai people, and I don't think a lot of people. I know I'm guilty of it. I'll just leave the damn thing on. Now you've got bacteria and everything else you're inhaling into your lungs. At a certain point, it's got to be worse than the frickin' virus. Hey Gary, how you doing? Saying hi to everybody. Everybody's saying hi to Gary, which is what it's all about here. So, I think it's all going to be gone. Like I said, I would be really, really surprised if they renege on anything, pretty much. John saying, my knees needed doing years ago, and since walking 2 hours a day, they are fine. I wish mine were. They were supposed to do mine. They wanted to replace both my knees almost over 15 years ago. So they were back then. It was about the size of a quarter. When they did the ACL on my left knee, I want to say it was 14 years ago, something like that. Uh, he took pictures and cleaned out the knee, took some spurs and stuff out of it, and it was bone on bone, about the size of a quarter. And that was 12, 15 years ago. The pain's always been there ever since I was a teenage. Well, I did my left knee at 18 and my right knee at 21, 20, something like that. So I've been dealing with the pain for years and years and years. So it's getting to the point now where it isn't even so much the pain as that. No, it's the pain. I can't. I have a hard time walking for a long period. So we'll find out once if I get off my fat behind and start walking every morning. But yeah, and they need to be done. So I'll find out on. I think it's less than a week when I go to the doctor. They hopefully he's going to have something for me. Tell me. People up here wear them most of the year. Yeah, and that's the same way it was here too. I wanted to say 40, 50, 40 or 50%, maybe a little bit less, 30 or 40% here in Sarin wore them anyway. I agree with that. I just had my left knee done like new, man. I know, and Robert McInasia had his done a while ago, and he's been up my behind for a while ago to get mine done. And my uncle, I told the story before, but my uncle was a mechanic for a million years, and his knees were just junk, and he'd been in pain, and real pain, where he couldn't even stand. But of course, he stood and worked because that's what he did. And when I went to see him in the hospital, he woke up out of the anesthesia and said, "Pain's gone. Pain I've had for 30 years is gone." And I said, "How the hell do you know that?" He goes, "Because it's a different pain. The pain now is from the surgery. Whole different pain than I felt before." So, yeah, I definitely got to get it done. Let's add Mitch here. Mitch is here. So, hey, brother, how are you?
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning to you.
Apologize for my green screen. That's east. That's east right there. Sun came up obviously and pretty bright.
Did Joe make you eggs and bacon and everything, the full American breakfast this morning, or you haven't put your order in yet?
We're at a different location today.
You're already gone. Okay.
Yeah, we're down at Rocky Point. Joe has a place here. Joe and Gift have a house here. You would call it a bungalow, but it's a freaking house. I mean, it's
right.
A big place. And
that was the one he wanted to. That was the one he wanted to add a room onto, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're staying in one of the bungalows that the resort has on offer. Yeah, there's a place. I don't know if you can see it because it's so bright. There's some workers right behind me. They're building a house right there.
Cool.
That one's about 8.9 million. A Norwegian woman is having that built.
Wow. Hey, Bruce. Hey, Sassy May. How you doing?
Bruce, how you doing?
He got
yelling.
Problems too.
He can't hear me.
Hey, Moonwa. How are you? Good morning to you. But yeah, we were talking about I got to get my knee done. And I have a doctor's appointment, so I'll find out.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Is my? It looks it looks really bright to me. Like
it's bright, but we can see you.
You can tolerate it. That's if I can get out of the picture.
Hey, Uncle Craig, how you doing?
If I had one of those fancy phones, iPhone. Well, I got up at 4:30. Actually slept. And walked down the beach to catch the sunrise, right? Get all set up, and I went, it's not east enough. I wanted to come around the point, so I walked about 20 minutes the other direction, got around the point, got all set up, got it going, and then I just hit go, and then I went for a walk, right?
Right.
I got back, my phone was face down in the sand.
Oh, really?
So I got about 5 minutes of the water, and then a dog come up sniffing my camera, sniff, and then current. Then my phone was in the dirt, in the sand. So I was like, son of a bitch, Oh
Sorry
well,
about that.
such is life.
Yeah, Craig said he came in and I didn't see the first one, Craig. I just put it up. He put morning team. I'm at the hospital now, and then he put later. He said I should add just for the 1 month hand checkup. You didn't hurt
Yeah,
yourself
there you
again,
go.
though. They're in good
Yeah,
shape.
yeah,
Glad you
yeah.
put that
Good.
part in. Let's see. Unseen said best knee doctor is up here in Chiang Mai, and that's the one that obviously did yours. I will. I'm glad that you said that because I'll have my doctor check all over. My biggest problem is getting from wherever I'm at. I want to recover in uh, Surin. Now, if I can jump on a plane and go, if they'll let me fly after surgery or whatever. I mean, I could spend a couple of days in the hospital in a private room, just pay for it, but
Yeah.
or travel. I really don't think I'd want to drive from either Bangkok or Chiang Mai or anything. But hey, to get the best, I mean, I want the best surgeon that I could get. I'm not stupid, but
Me,
especially if you got it done.
I go bargain basement. I go for a hack. You know. Now
Yeah,
you don't have to put me under. I'm okay.
yeah, you
Just
got
give
your
me a
teeth
couple
drilled
shots.
on without anything. Hey, Lewis, how you doing? Glad you
Yeah,
could
yeah.
make
That
it.
I my feet hurt after that. My toes were all curled up. I was like,
Both
oh
my
no, when's it gonna hurt? When's it gonna hurt?
both my uncles, neither one of them, their whole lives had ever they don't didn't use Novocaine at all ever for pulling a tooth or drilling a tooth or whatever
Now
the
pulling.
case
Oh my
was.
word. Oh my.
Oh yeah, they'd pull them out. My uncles were, I guess, tough guys. They were tough guys, but I I no, I'll take the numbness. They didn't like the numbness afterwards. I guess they had it once, obviously years ago. Either that or neither
Yeah.
one of them liked needles. But how can you not like needles and like drills? Maybe they like pain. I don't know. I didn't never ask my aunt. I couldn't talk that way with my aunt. Do you beat
My
uncle? Do you
yeah,
tie
yeah,
him
it's
up and
funny.
whip him? You tie
Yeah,
him.
no kidding. I need to be tied up and whipped. I'll tell you what. I got a good story for you. This is completely off the internet. I'll tell you a story about the other night when we went to dinner. Just remind me later.
Okay, well. Let's see. Unseen says I was out the next day and walking fine the day after. Wow, my doctor is doctor that travels with the Thai Olympic team. Well, he's got to be pretty good then. You know, it's really
Awesome.
weird. When I had both my meniscus done when I was young, and the
Mhm.
doctors back then when they did those two, they did not have the micro whatever surgery. There I got scars this big. And as soon as they cut into your knee, they don't know why, but you lose your quad. You lose the ability to hold your leg out here. As soon as they cut into that knee, it goes
Really?
away. They don't know why. It's just a freak of nature, and that's the way it is. But he said he's had, football players and professional football players and stuff in when I had them done that were up walking the next day and and doing, or they've had them that weeks and weeks, and they've had 90-year-old grandmothers that pop up and are running around the next day. So I guess it all depends. But if I could do that and I could walk, Robert said the pain was pretty intense for the first few days, but my tolerance for pain is pretty high. Plus, I'll just say, give me good drugs. I want the best you got. But I will check into it because if that's the case, then maybe I can, sit in a car and drive from one way, from wherever I'm at. I definitely want the best surgeon I could get. I mean, I would be stupid not to. But let's see. Hey, Carl,
I
travel too.
I
How you
can't
doing?
read the chat, but my notification expert just told me to say hi to Cabo, and yeah, I'm hanging with Joe and Gift right now. Well, they're 100 meters down the beach from me.
And he's supposed to
Cabo,
come
how
in
you doing
December.
today?
He's supposed to
Yeah,
come,
December. Looking
yeah,
forward
in
to that.
December. So I'll definitely be there for that. And I'm hoping that he got a chance to see the video on the
Come on,
uniforms that we got for the kids. It was
come on.
it was good stuff. My in-laws were smiles from ear to ear. It was awesome, and a lot of that is because of the people that contribute here without question and let my wife do what she wants
There's
to,
my
and I
there's
appreciate
my
that.
cinematography interrupter right there. Can you see that dog? I can't tell.
I could see a dog tail, I think.
No, she's right there.
Ah, yeah. Oh, her head. Okay. Her arm,
Yeah,
her
she
paw
followed me
was
down the
over.
beach, and I mean, the minute we got here, dog latched onto me. Yeah, you're all right, buddy. Actually, that one's a female. Then there's another one that's a male, that an intact male, which is nice to see.
Well, it seems like you know a lot about it, Unseen. I will definitely be in touch once I meet with my doctor and see what he says.
Ah,
Robert says,
yeah.
get strong. Yeah, medication. Like I said before, first surgery I had on my knee was the biggest nightmare I ever experienced in my life. I was only 19 years old. The second surgery, I told the doctor, I only want you to cut. I'll shave it here. You put the mask
I'm
on.
gonna
He
do
said, no problem. He said, and I said, I want medication through the needle, the best you have, the whole 3 days. Back then they kept you in for 3 days because they cut in completely into the knee. Oh well, I don't know. You'll get addicted. I said, what difference does that make to you? You're the one that's in control of my medication. When I leave the hospital, you don't have to give me any more. You don't have to give me any medication when I get out. And he said okay, and he gave it to me. I got out of the hospital in 3 days. Best experience I've ever had in the hospital, and never even took any of the Vicodin that he gave me after I got out. So I guess it all depends, and I definitely want I want the ability to be able to take the pain away. I'd rather have the ability than not. Let's see
I've
what it
got
says.
oxy from 5 years ago from one of my surgeries. I
I've
I
never
collect
taken
that
it.
crap. I collect it for when there is a serious emergency for me.
I was afraid to take it because I might like it too much. And I had a
Oh, I
nephew
understand.
that yeah, I had a nephew that OD'd on it, almost died 2 or 3 times, and then finally died from it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it can be. But I'll hey, if the pain's enough, I will. I'm 65 versus when was the last surgery I had? 15 years ago. So at what 50? And I didn't like it then. I didn't like coming out of the anesthesia either. See, Bruce says the surgeons that work at Bangkok Hospital here in Hua Hin also do surgeries at the government hospital here. They go back and forth. So, yeah, I have insurance that I'm covered through my wife. It's the same thing. My heart doctor that saved my life, he works at both. He works and does surgeries in both the private hospital that I was in and the government. I think they're all that way. I think they have to. I mean, I don't even think it's an option. I think if you're working, you work both. Um,
Okay, now
let's see, it
where in the
said
world? Okay, I switched to
150,000.
comments camera. Excuse me
You
if you
still
see
can
my finger doing this stuff. So I'm going to go to comments or chat.
see where it
Chat.
goes.
Okay, there. So I can't see me, which is wonderful. Hey, Robert Mack. Hello, brother. Andy, Joe, Muwan. Yeah, okay. I can see that. I'm seeing. Okay, good. John,
Duncy said
Chris, Tommy J. Thank you, Tommy.
150,000. 150,000 bought. I use zero pain meds. That's unbelievable.
That's awesome. That's
Yeah, no
awesome.
shit. I, and Robert Mack, but I've heard that same deal. The gal across the street, the Indian gal, to where I lived up there, she had it done. She was up walking around. Actually, came and helped me when I
Hey,
got
Jake.
stuck in the snow down the road, and she had just had her knee done 2 days before.
It's a
And so it
whiskey. There you go.
depends. I guess it depends on what. I don't know. It depends, I guess, because I know Robert was in serious pain. See what Moonwa says.
Oh, thanks, Jake.
I
Thank
have
you. Appreciate that.
after ending
I actually have an announcement about my channel.
flying after ended.
Yeah, there might be a video that's like 2.5 minutes long. I
You'll love the medication. Yeah, I do. So what was that, Mitch?
I have a channel announcement. I might actually make a video that's 2.5 to 3 minutes long.
So you have to start another channel. Anything
Yeah.
over 2 minutes, it's gonna be Mr. Mitch Live. It'll be his new
Oh yeah. I'll tell
like
you what. I might
James.
be able, if I had help. If I had like you jumping on and Jake and Brock and a few people jumping on, then be
I'll
okay.
do
But
it.
just me yapping, I'm like,
I'd do it. I'll do it.
what do we want to talk about?
I have a hard time with that sometimes too. Let's see.
Hey,
Chris
John.
says my leg surgeon used a Leatherman and a
Oh,
bottle of
actually,
JD.
I've got 3 phones with me. What am I thinking? Why don't I go grab my other phone and put it on the other tripod? And
Have a good one. Thanks for coming by. I might pick your brain and I'll send you an email if I have any questions. Thanks for coming by. I appreciate it.
yeah.
I can't let Brock on anymore because now he's actually a creator. So he's not a
Has
moderator
anyone
anymore. So I can't let Brock on. He's sitting back here, but
has
I'll
anyone
let him
posted
sit.
Unseen's channel link?
There, Jake just did.
Oh,
All right, this is
there we go.
This is the last time. If he does any more on like what is it?
Thanks, Jake.
What's the other stuff? He did it on Vegemite. What's the other one that people
Marmite.
hate? Marmite. So if you do one on Marmite, can't come on anymore. That's it. Hey, what's up, Brock?
4-part series. I should do it. I should do a series. Yeah. Bruce is right there. Like a 2.5, 3 minutes, and I could like break it up.
A 4-part series.
I got
know
40
you
minutes
put a
of the
video
sand today, but it was actually black because the camera went smack right into the sand.
I like the way though James explained it on his live stream. He said, "Oh, I don't need to Brock put up there. I just put out a video on how to blah blah blah." And he says, "I know exactly how you do it. You just get the bread, you toast it, you put it down there, you put some butter on it, you cut off the crust if you want to. You take that crap and throw it in the trash and eat your toast."
How did I know that was coming?
It was perfect. It was perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was funnier than shit.
Did you guys see that 14-foot concoction that James got? I don't know where it was, a burger thing.
Yeah.
I swear it was like 12, 14 inches tall.
What did he call it? A baby's arm or something?
But yeah, as big as a baby's arm. I was like, holy smokes.
Did I say hi to Gary?
You could
Gary
share that. Hey, Gary.
Good morning, Gary.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Take care, Andy.
What is it called? Vegemite. Mark was supposed to bring it. He didn't. But when I talked to Mark the last time, he said, if he forgets it this time, he said, when we go to the Wombat, then when I'm there on the 16th, they'll have it there if I want to try it. So
Where's Bruce headed there, Tommy J? Where's your bucket list place in Thailand?
Bruce's? Where did he say?
I want to get back up to Kanchanaburi. I love it up there.
Chris is
Hey,
saying
Chris,
hi to
Nomad.
Morning, Chris.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to I'm gonna look like that. I'm gonna have to do this.
I don't know. Every place is my bucket list. Any place in Thailand is. I'm evening myself up with everybody.
There you go. Instagram
Uh,
for James's lunch.
Is that what it is? Instagram? I think I have an Instagram. I think my wife that passed opened one for me, but I don't even know how to get to it. I don't know nothing about them.
Wait, I missed it. That's where I'm headed. That's where I'm going tomorrow. I missed it. Oh, Kanchanaburi. Yeah, duh, yeah. Is that? Give me a thumbs up if that's what. It's still early for me.
And Canterbury is a nice place.
Now, where is that? Because what's it close to that I would know?
It's far enough away from Surin. I feel safe to go over there.
Well, what is it close to that gives me an idea of where it's at?
It's not close to anything. It's Kanchanaburi, it's the province.
Yeah, it's where you're at over here. On my right, it's over to the left, and some. I have to look at the map.
Towards Chiang Mai?
Up and west of Bangkok.
Okay.
Yeah, west of Bangkok.
I've never been there either. What's so great about it? It's not near the ocean, so I don't know.
It's beautiful. Beautiful.
I like the oceon.
You know, you've got rivers, you've got lakes, some mountains.
Getting out of here. When I get out of here, I want to see ocean. I don't want to see rivers.
It's got the bridge on the River Kwai. It's got the Hellfire Pass and all that. You got the Death Railway. You know, it's got all that historical stuff too. But it's really
that I would like to go see.
It's like a lot of places in Thailand, you know. It's beautiful.
Chuck's probably never been there,
Got
right?
great people.
6
Oh,
times, 8 times, 10 times. Chuck's
Where?
probably got 20 videos on it, on there.
Yeah,
I
we
know
were
he was
all
at
there.
the-
A bunch of us. We were
Yeah,
all at
everybody
Guntown
went.
for
That's what I
4 or
thought.
5 days. We were up there
That's awesome.
It's
on the
It's a
lake. We
2-hour
stayed on that
drive.
big lake. I don't remember the name of the lake, but
yeah.
He says,
I-
Joe
it's a
says he wants
2-hour
to.
drive from my place.
It's what?
2-hour drive from my place.
Oh, so it's
yeah,
fairly
it's
close
nice.
to you.
Yeah, I've got I'm expanding. I've got 3
Let me
rooms now
talk.
that are fully dressed out, Joe. On my one bar.
You can go live there.
Yeah.
West. Okay, so he's saying West.
I don't have a
Okay,
bar.
good.
I don't own a bar. I don't have any intentions of owning a bar. I'll leave that to the people the professionals.
The ones
You
that
own
own
a bar
6 or
too.
8, 10 of them.
I just like to go to places, you know.
Well, you guys
Bounce
you guys
around.
hit how many places did you hit on that trip up towards Chiang Mai? 20,
Oh, Lord.
30?
I'd
I mean, you guys hit a shitload of them.
have
It
to
was a lot.
insult my Encyclopedia Britannica because I here's what I do when people say, "Hey, where was that place?" or whatever, I say, I put a link to James's channel or Joe's or Chuck's because I'm like they got good video. I did that little monkey video just yesterday or whatever. I put it up, and I thought, yeah, that's pretty cool. You know, put a little music on there. You know, 3 hours later, you got a 2-minute video, and then at dinner last night, Joe was showing me his. I was mortified at how crappy mine is. This is really nice. When it comes out, it's going to be nice. He did a really good job of it.
Cool.
But they're professionals, you know. They do it. They do it all
Yeah,
the
they've
time.
done it a long time. Yeah, that's what I've finally come to
If they know,
think
if they
in my
stuff it
mind.
up,
I'm
they
not
do
going
it
to be as. Yeah, I'm not going to be
Well,
as good.
well,
I'm not
Brock
gonna be as
did.
good as it is.
Brock did the
Brock's
Vegemite.
was fine. It was good.
He
I
hit
liked
every
it.
he hit every aspect of editing pretty much. You got an
only
opening,
part-
you got the deal, you got the do, you cut it away, comes back. There's the toast. He's doing it.
Yeah, the only
It
thing
takes
that he
time to do it,
missed.
doesn't it?
The
It
only
does.
thing that he missed was he.
Oh my gosh.
He actually
Someone
spread
just-
the. He actually
Can you
spread the
see this?
Vegemite.
This guy
No.
just came stalking me. I'm gonna take it off of. All of a sudden, I saw. Oh, hey, you know Vince, right? You guys know Vince.
Hello.
Morning, Vince.
Vince and Gal were on. Oh, look at you guys, and don't even
They were
invite
on
me on a
what?
bike ride. They were on the one of the island trips, a big island trip, with one when we had like 20 people, and we met down by Trot. I think it was Trot, and we're neighbors in Jomtien.
Oh, you
I
had
just
told me
doxed
that.
you. Just
Yeah,
doxed you.
you told me that. You said that they were real close. Hey T, how you doing? You rocked the last.
Yeah, I caught the sunrise, got my camera set up, and I went for my walk. Come back, my camera's face down. I got a dog come up and sniff my camera and knocked it over. She's been following me around, you know.
I guess it.
So
I think
you
I
just
caught up.
coming or
Nobody
going?
ask anything?
Oh, good, good.
Oh, so Jake-
No, I was
think
fixing
I'm caught
to
up.
do that. Oh, you already ate?
You notice how Mitch takes
Okay,
over
I'll
the
run
channel?
down there.
And
Yeah, I'll go down there. All right, see
yeah,
you guys.
I liked the video, Mark. I thought it was good. Like I said, the only thing that you messed up on is you actually spread that shit on the toast. You didn't throw it in the trash
Dude,
and
I-
just eat the bread
And
with the
that's
butter.
it.
Now
I'm
I-
going to block you from the...
Yeah. I actually ate it incorrectly. When it was offered it at the Wombat,
Right.
I said, "Give me both those, Vegemite, Marmite, right there." And I stuck a spoon in it,
Yeah, I heard that.
and I ate it like that. And I want to taste
Brock
it
was the one.
as it is. Now, yeah, salty, very pungent flavor, but I was like, I don't know what the big deal is. So when I had it on my toast, it was like, this is all right.
Both Mark and Brock both told me thin layer of butter, extremely thin layer of the Vegemite is how you, on toast, is how you eat it. You
Yeah.
don't eat it off a spoon. You don't take a
Right,
big,
yeah.
put this much on it. So I will when I go at the Wombat. I will definitely try it. Of course, the salt can't be good for me, so I'm sure I'll
I'm
just take one bite, and that'll
It's
probably be it. Not a fan. T's
there's
not
not
a
a lot
fan of
of
Vegemite.
I'm
not a
stealing a
lot of
bite.
salt, Dave.
What's that?
NTM,
There's
NTM.
not a lot in it. Not a lot of salt in it. It
No.
just
Okay.
tastes salty. And with
Okay.
it spread it thin, it's okay.
Yeah, I can, but I
Okay.
don't want to break
I'll
something.
definitely
A lot
try
of
it.
rust on that
Hey,
puppy.
Chris, how you doing? We have Marmite, Roseville, same but different. Same but different.
She
Yeah, I heard it's different. You're taking a bike ride? You can't hear us now. If you guys want to say something bad about Mitch, you can say it now.
Yeah.
He can't see or hear you. Vegemite tea
I'll
is
make
good too.
Vegemite for you properly, T, and that way you'll get it. I know a lot. We had a lot of Thai kids when they came to Australia ate Vegemite. They liked it.
Well, I'm going to be there twice. I'm going to be there the 13th through the 16th with the family, and Mark's going to be there on his first trip back. So I'm going to try to hit breakfast or lunch with him before I do. So I'll try it then. But then I know that Chuck hasn't given the dates, but he's going to have a meetup the end of July. So hopefully. Now, what do you did you already get your tickets, Brock? Now that you said the
No,
airlines the
not yet.
airlines now going to be flying after the first. They're loading all their crap up, and they'll be 100, or they'll be almost back to normal from where you are.
They're going to be flying, but there's no booking of the tickets yet.
Okay.
The Thai Airways website's still showing flying through Sydney.
T said he tried it when he lived in New Zealand.
God, beautiful day.
John Gray.
And with a good piece of tasty cheese that's really nice.
Yeah, you put
Yeah,
cheese
see, I've never
on
heard
it
of
too.
it like
That's right.
that.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
never
never
had
heard of it
either.
like that before either. So that's cool.
But you
Proper
gotta
cheese,
use,
right?
yeah, proper cheese, not that American orange stuff.
Yeah, that
Processed
class,
cheese.
classes size processed cheese.
Oh shit.
But Vegemite's also great in stews and casseroles,
Look at
meat
this.
dishes.
Look at this
Have
setting
to
here. There's
check it out.
Vince and Gal walking up. I don't know if I can get that, but isn't that beautiful here?
It is nice there. Now, how far is Joe's place from the water? Can you hear me?
Right
Joe's is
here.
about 250
It's
metres.
like
That's the
50
water right there.
meters.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
that's the water. Here, I'll walk back. Okay, for video. Can put you on video.
Hey,
God.
Hey, Waza, how you doing?
Anyway, so yeah. I wish you could switch this
Velveeta.
around, like on
You got it, James. Velveeta's number one.
Velveeta.
James.
I'll tell you what, you can make some serious mac and cheese with Velveeta, baby.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can.
Big
I
time.
don't
Hey,
know
James,
what the
how
hell
you
they
doing?
make that out of. I don't know what they make it out of, but boy, it is something in mac and cheese.
It's it's after the one of the cracking parts of when they're making gasoline. You got JP4, JP3 kerosene, and then you had processed cheese right there. It's one of their.
Yes, it is.
Hey, Douglas, how you doing?
Well, check it out here. This has been on
Good
video
morning to you.
before, so Pajero,
Uh-huh.
and then look at this guy over here. Can I put you on video? I'm talking to Dave. There's Joe there. Look, no hat. Quick. Okay, they asked me how far from the water. I said, not far. Huh? Yeah.
Strong and ready cheese. So what, like a
Oh, wait,
like
here
a
we go.
cheddar cheese, Brock? A cheddar?
Cheddar cheese.
Morning.
Can you hear Joe saying good morning? Oh wait, my
I
mic's
can
in my
hear him.
ear.
I could hear him.
Okay. And then there's the water, guys. Right there.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So yeah, he's right there. Then. Wow.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
nice.
yeah. Right here.
Yeah, I'd
I
say
think
I'd
I'm
have to
going.
I'd have to dump the new house I built and add on to this one and be done with it. Especially if I could sell
Or
it for 12 million. It'd be a
Dave,
no-brainer.
why do one when you can do two?
Yeah, I'd build another one. And those
That's what
lots right over there.
that's what happened when I started looking at condos. I'm like, one, okay, stop at two.
Just
Well,
balls.
wow, gosh, three. What's another one? Oh no.
Uh, and and James is he needs subscribers on his
I'll go this way.
Chocolate
I'll look
Man in
that way.
Thailand live. I don't know if anybody put that up yet.
No,
Not his Chocolate Man in Thailand live channel. I know there's the
15
Instagram main channel, and I think Jake covered it all. He's got that there, and he's got all that there. I think he's got you
You go
covered,
this.
James. Not that
Boy, it's bright.
you're gonna get a bunch from my 24 people in here, but you never know. Dumping newly built houses in all the range now. I don't know, man. I'll tell you what. If they came and offered me 12 million for my house, it'd be gone. I probably have to arm wrestle my wife for it, and she might beat me, but I'd sell it in a heartbeat. Especially if I had a place like that sitting there. But that's just me. There it is. There's Chocolate Man live. Now you're gonna have. You probably went over 1,000. Check your numbers, James. You might have went over 1,000. Now they'll put that up there. And Foz. Foz already over 1,000. She needs watch hours, I think. James probably the
Oh,
same.
she's got it. She's getting her watch hours really quick.
Yeah, she does like 3-4 hour live streams, right? She's worse than me.
Yeah.
And Kevin. Yeah,
Absolutely.
She does. And I was watching the one where supposedly James busted in and scared the crap out of her. That was funny. I liked that. I enjoyed that. Hey, Jay East, how you doing? Good morning to you.
Jay East, hello. I hope this camera's steady enough. I'm just kind of
Yeah, it's
walking
good
down the
enough.
path.
You had to give up so he's 6 girls and then you could buy a house, Douglas? I would imagine you could do that. Mitch is walking more in one day than I have in one. I know if somebody had asked you on your live, are you going to do your morning walks? And you said, yeah, as soon as I actually start walking.
There's a pool.
Now, the pool is a community pool for everybody there?
Yep, it sure is.
Oh, that's good. There's nothing wrong with that. Plus, you got the ocean right in front of you.
Yeah.
Swimming.
And you know what? There's no cameras at the pool. So when I was naked this morning, because I was wearing my cargo shorts and stuff when I went to the beach, right? But when I came back, I'm like, good. I'm going in the pool. Actually, I just wore my underwear. Anyway, I'm at the breakfast
Now I've
place.
got that etched into my brain now. It's not a pretty sight.
No, let it go, Dave, let it go. Anyway, I'm gonna have a quick bite to eat because it's included with my room.
That's right. James was there.
And
you
so I'll
go
talk to you guys later. Yeah, gonna go have some toast and eggs.
Do a 1.5-minute video on it. Get it out, and we'll watch it this afternoon.
How about I just show you on video right now, then I don't have to do that extra part.
The only thing I really want to that I care about, if you give me a real quick span of the room, I can see how much Thai food is there and how much is it. What I want to know, my biggest thing on a place, do you have bacon or don't you have bacon? That's how I tell whether a breakfast is good to me personally. And it's
Well,
like
there's
5
only-
stars. Not many have bacon. It's expensive.
Literally, there's like 5 people
Everyone
here.
needs to go
I mean,
out.
there's no
That
one.
looks like a nice place.
There's just me right now in this place. I'll do a swing around. It's Joe said they give you a menu and you order, right?
Ah, okay.
So
Hey,
here you
James
go. We
Morris,
got.
how you doing, James?
Is that pointed? Can you see the fruit right there?
Is Logan here? I didn't see that. Where's Going Grace?
Anyway,
Did I
there's
miss
the
it? Oh,
fruit.
there's
There's some
Bobby.
coffee station, toast, right? Juice. And then you order off the menu.
Ah, cool. I'd be
So,
interested. Oh, John Gray. Okay.
so I will order. I'll see you guys later.
All right, Mitch, take it easy. Thanks for stopping by.
Stay safe, everyone.
All righty.
Have a good day, Mitch.
What happened? I guess I hit the wrong button. We had about 47% bacon success around Thailand. That sounds about right. Yeah, but you got drugged to a bunch of 2 and 3 stars. You have a better chance. 4 and 5 stars. 5 stars usually what I found they're probably 90%. 4 stars are probably 75, maybe 65. But when you hit 3 and 2 stars, then that brings it way down. You got maybe a 10% chance. That's just what I've seen. But that's the way I judge my breakfast. If it's got bacon, it moves right up to the top of the list. And there's Bobby. Hey, Bobby, how you doing? I was talking about you. Were your ears burning? I had a problem with my headphones, and I saw your little clip on there. I didn't check and see how much they were, but I found them on the first ones that I found on Lasada were 7,200, and it was coming from China. Then I found one that was a local deal you get in 3 days for under five. It was like 40, 46. So what is that? 30, 60, 90, 100, 120 bucks, something like that. Not that I need one. I ended up getting some glue and fixed my. These headphones are over 4 years old. But I'm curious on what they went for there. I'm sure you probably put it in the description. Had some great breakfast in Thailand: sausage links, fruit, bacon, omelets. Yeah, and some of them have actually what I consider American sausage, or Australian, probably close. But when they put a hot dog on my plate, it's usually there when I get done. But that's kind of the way. They have good sausage and good bacon. They make the top of my list.
Dear. Just
Gonna
read
make
a
fun.
snippet, Dave. The Thai officials are worried tourists would affect macaques with monkeypox in Hua Hin.
The monkeypox.
Yeah, they're not worried
Yeah,
about monkeypox, but they think they're worried the tourists could give it to the monkeys.
that could be true.
Uh,
Um, let's see. You guys should. I don't know. Maybe somebody has the link or something to that, because that's actually his builder's resort there. They might have the link to it. It looks awesome. I definitely want to get down that way.
the Rocky Point.
Yeah, Rocky Point or Rocky, is that
Yes, it's
Rocky
owned by
Point?
JJ. Yeah.
Yeah, it definitely would be someplace it would be good if you're into what I'm into: empty beaches, real low key, not many people, like Mitch just said, knowing they're having breakfast. That appeals to me, but that's me. What, James? If eats live squid, she can do something.
She can
I
eat pig, yeah.
I told my wife about that, and she knew about that. And I guess they drowned them in there till they spit out the ink, right? And then you eat them. I don't know. Not for me. Definitely not for me. And I'm sure James didn't try it.
Now,
Well,
twitching
Flora
squid
has
isn't for me.
awesome breakfast. I'd say the best so far. So that's from T. I still want to get together and do a ride somewhere, T. I'd definitely be in touch. I don't know when, or where, but if you definitely get a wild hair, let me know, and maybe I can blow out for a little while. Bobby, how's exotic Filipina, and Bobby's gonna have. I fell asleep. Bobby had some technical difficulties, and I only caught a little bit of the exotic Filipino, but maybe she will come back on, or maybe they were on there long enough. I just was asleep. But I know that he's got this Friday, of course, Bobby's live streams. Time to get going. 7 o'clock Thai time, 5 a.m. West Coast time, U.S. So would that be 5, 6, 7, 8 o'clock on the East Coast in the U.S. Dave, it really is the place for you. I could see you cruising down every weekend. Yeah, you know what? That's why I was hoping too. For me, like I said, I'm hoping that they're going to bring back that boat that used to go directly from the Pattaya Jantiem area straight across to Wahin. If that's that would be nice if they did that. It would be a little bit easier for me to get over there, and not have to do an 11 hour or 12 hour trip, because I'd really like to be down there on my bike. And I mean, I'd probably like to be there with my wife too. But even in the electric hot rod, it would be nice. I hope they do bring that back, because when we were there last time, we're going to the same hotel on the. In fact, I'm going to be there. I think you're going to be gone, but I'm going to be there on the. Oh, maybe you'll be there. The 13th through the 16th, with the family. We'll be at the same hotel we were at last time. So I'll let you know, and hopefully you will be there. Yeah. I'd love to move, and my wife is the one that, like I said before, man, Thai families. So I would have to move her mother and father, which I got no problem with. But after being 20 years, over 20 years on her TOT job, they're the same exact thing as a Thai family, man. I mean, when we had our wedding, they were all here helping her from 8 o'clock in the morning until the thing was over at 10, 11, 12 at night, helping her clean up. I mean, it's like a family. They're her brothers and sisters. So she ain't going nowhere. I'm stuck. But if I really like to buy that condo in Rayong, and then that's what I was saying. If that was the case, I could even go down there. If I was on my scooter, go over. If they put something across there, and then get over on the other side, and it'd be a lot easier for me. Or if I took 2 days to get down there instead of trying to jam home in 11 and a half hours, would make it easier too. Let's see. You guys are talking about eating weird
Nah,
stuff. Fermented whatever is worse than durian. I still haven't. I can't get past. I can't get past the smell of the durian. I doubt I will ever try it. And my wife, the kids, my mother-in-law, they all love it. Every chance they get, they eat it. They're saying, "I know what you mean. It's hotter than hell." And my wife would rather be. Although, like I said, I think it's like October, November, or November, December, January, and February. It's awesome here in Surin as far as temperature wise. Doesn't get up much more than 85 during the day, and you got to put on a little bit of a hoodie at 5, 6 o'clock in the morning if you want to jam out. I don't, but yeah, it would be more comfortable if I put one on. I did once, so I got no problem with those 4 months. The other ones that I would want to be blown out to Rayong and get that night. I don't know. I just like the ocean. We'll find her a job. The biggest thing is she could get a job with, now it's NT, because TOT and CAT, the government companies, they merged into one. Now how you could both be government companies and not be the same entity, I don't know. But the people, it's just they've been forever. Her boss now is her best friend that she's had there forever, that has helped her through everything. So it'll be interesting. Good morning, all. Sorry for the doing three things at once. You're fine, James. Um, let's see. I think I'm caught up. I don't think anybody asked anything. Oh, somebody has the virus. That Brock's wife has the virus.
no,
He's gonna
yeah,
get locked down.
uh, sniffing chili again.
I was close last weekend. Um, my partner's on Skit. I never, in my wildest dreams, thought I could live there, but I have grown to love the place. Yeah, and was I don't get me wrong. I mean, Surin's awesome. I mean, it's pretty low key for what I consider a little bit on the larger side province, but it I don't know. I just love that. What I'm looking at back there, the ocean. But like I said, everything that I've got checked off on my list from my wife, to a nice place to live, and all that kind of stuff. The one item that I don't have checked, pretty much is that one, and I can live without it because I've got all the other ones. So, eating Vegemite causes allergies. No, I gotta try it, man. I wanna see what this is all about. I've been wanting to for a long time. And Ubon are both awesome chill places. Yeah, and Ubon is where my wife has or we have, I don't know how to say it. I think it's 2 or 3 rye, and that's where most of her family comes from there. And it's about, just to get to Ubon, I think it's a little bit under 2 hours, and to get to where the actual property is, it's another 45 minutes past that on like the other side of Ubon. And we might do something there. Like I said, I don't know, man. Now, it was tilapia, maybe it's ganja. Depends on what the laws say and what they want to do. Like I said, they've got probably, I'm going to guess and say she's got 20 rye or so that they grow their sticky rice on. But it's backbreaking stuff, man. I mean, and her uncle builds too, and to make up the difference. There isn't any money in growing rice, man. I mean, you can, at least you won't starve. Put it that way. You'll never starve. You'll have plenty of rice to eat. Let's see what T said here. Oh wait, you said something up here. It's okay for you to ride off and travel by yourself and stay somewhere for a while. Your wife wouldn't let you, you know what it is she doesn't like the fact that, and we were talking, Tommy J said, maybe if I super glue something to my chest that says my name's Dave and here's my wife's phone number, call her if you find me on the side of the road. She's afraid that I'm going to get run off the road, or it's not so much killed right on the highway. They'll eventually get back to her, but if I get run off or something and they don't find me for a day or two, I mean, she's got weird stuff. She thinks I'm going to die, and I mean, if I'm not on 2 wheels, you might as well kill me. So I'm going to do it. It's just not going to be a happy-go-lucky time with her. She's going to do it. It's better, like last time I took the 3-hour ride to Korat and met up with Chuck, and then Chuck let me follow him all the way to Joe's, and then of course we were all together. She did not like the 11.5 hour ride back to Surin from Pachuab Kurikon.
The trick, Dave, is to get on the bike and ride somewhere, then let your wife know that you've done it.
Yeah, done it. Yeah, and it would be easy to do because she goes to work at 8:30, and I could be, I could be all the way to Pachuab by the time she got back home.
Yeah, it's easier to seek forgiveness than permission.
Now, Moonwa says, I ate peanut butter and Marmite sandwich as a challenge on my channel. I'd like to see that. I'll have to go back and look that up. Tattoos work great for that.
I won't eat Marmite. Yeah.
That's a good idea, Mitch. I'll put a tattoo on my forehead. If you find me, here's my wife's phone number. Call her. Your wife will be happy if I pop glove. I just keep telling her, don't say it. Like I said, man, I just in my head from when I was a kid, and I've always been on 2 wheels, I just know I'm not going to die on a motorcycle. It's just not going to happen. Or be crippled. Might I fall off or little stuff. But I have no fear whatsoever that I'm going to bite it on a bike. And like I said, I told her, I said, well, why'd we go and buy the Forza if you don't want me to drive it anymore? Why did I put the bags on it and the back box and the camera and all that kind of stuff? So I just got to get out and gauge it too. Not do the 11.5, 12-hour deals, take 2 days to get somewhere. And even if I go to Rayong or over there, it's like 7 hours. So could I do that? Yeah, that would be no problem. Would it be better to break it up? Yeah, probably. halfway 3-4 hours each way or each day, and I'm there, and because I'm not getting any younger, that's for damn sure. I got to say that.
Technically, Dave, you're not dying on a motorbike if you fall off, hit the road, and the truck gets you.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, she does, Chris, big time. Not. I mean, the woman loves me, and I look at myself right now and go, "Why? Can you explain this? Do you need glasses, honey? Is that what you haven't told me? Is you're blind as a bat?" I love her to death, and she loves me. It's awesome. I
Perhaps,
got no
perhaps
my
she's drinking beer early in the morning, Dave.
yeah, yeah. Just getting
Beer
drunk every
goggles.
day. Getting drunk every day that helps. But yeah, I got luckier and crap. But like I said, I don't think it's such a rarity. I mean, look at the people on this channel. Brock being one of them, and Jake, and everybody that has a significant other, and Brock, what, in the 30 year, and going strong. Um, I just, if you're smart about stuff, and I just can't think of any other place to end your days, man. Um, Coming here, especially from the U.S. I don't know how it is in the U.K. or whatever. The only thing I know is that my dollar stretches tenfold here in Thailand, and you've got what I've got behind me if you want, and like I said, if you're looking for a companion, doesn't have to be a wife or whatever, someone to travel with and get along and laugh and whatever it works into. If you go on with that kind of an attitude, I think they're by the thousands and thousands of them here, all looking at for men our age, preferably around 55 and retired, and most of them will say it's not money, but you got to remember that if they know that you're retired and you're here on a retirement visa, they know you're bringing in 70,000 baht a month. Well, that's a lot of money, you know. That's a lot of money. That's 3 times what a Thai that's making decent money here would make. So, are you rich or on top of the world? No, but you have plenty of money to take care of someone, and that's what their biggest concern is: how to improve their life, and how can you blame them for that? I mean, that's normal. It's what I would do. See, did I miss anything, Dave? You look good. I've been drinking all day. Yeah, I know. So as Joe's drinking, I look better and better and better. It's better in the UK. Less. Yeah, I love it here, man. There's absolutely no way that I would go and live anywhere else that I can think of right now, unless they throw me out. Unless they say we've had enough of you, you're gone. Then I'm gonna have to figure out something. But I don't know. Breakfast be good. Okay. All right. Bacon. Bacon. Do we know? Uh, 3P stops. Yeah, it all depends. I mean, I used to be horrible on traveling too. I'd have to, make sure that my wife, did you go to the bathroom? We're getting ready to take off. Did you go to the bathroom? Sure enough, I'd get an
Yeah.
hour down the road and I gotta pee. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. But now I don't care. I'm retired.
The
Uh,
problem, the problem is not having to pee before you leave, but you can sit in the car for an hour or 3 hours, but as soon as you get out, you got to go
you
pee.
gotta pee, yeah. Or if someone says something in the car, like when I'm usually it's me, my wife, the kids, my mother-in-law, my father-in-law. That's the most that we have in there, and they'll. I gotta pee. And I go, oh, okay. Do you have to pee? No, I don't think so. As soon as I get there, like you said, okay, yeah, it'd probably be good to pee. But and it doesn't bother me because it's like I used to just be in a hurry all the time. Like I said, that's not a good way or a way to be and move to Thailand because it's more kick back and laid back. If you're in a hurry to do anything, you're just going to screw yourself and have miserable times. Now it doesn't matter. What difference does it make if I stop, 4 times or 8 times on the way to Pattaya? And what difference does it make if I make it there an hour earlier or an hour later? Doesn't.
Yeah.
Got to be in a good
And
mindset to be here.
and as long as you're in your own car, it doesn't matter, Dave. We're old, and if you choose to pee while you're still in the car, yeah, you're
I
old.
could do that. I could probably actually pee going down the road. Gatorade bottles are the best to have because they have a big opening. They're easier to not go all over yourself. But I could probably do it going down the road. But now, like I said, I got no problem. I definitely live in paradise, that's for sure. I must admit, I am not as an easy guy to look after. Gypsy and me flying off the handle all the time. My, it started when I got here. Uh, I probably pissed my wife off once a month, and now I maybe 3 times a year, maybe twice a month in the beginning, or 3 times, because of that. Because they don't, why are you getting so upset? What's the big deal? And if you look through her, listen to what she was telling me, I kind of learned out. But I still, every once in a while, even though I preach it, stay calm, that nothing, don't, occasionally my blood will boil. Let's see. Yeah, sabai sabai, definitely. Used to use bottles in the trucks. Yeah, I know, and a lot of people that are campers and stuff from way back. If you were in a tent or something, you don't want to get out of the tent in the middle of the night and walk around a campsite, especially where, bear country or up in the high Sierras somewhere. But yeah, definitely now I don't. Been years and years since done that. All right, see you later, Manoir. Teach us all something. He's a teacher, in case you didn't know. I'll defer JJ Jones. Yeah, there you go. That's probably a good one. Who said that? Gator said that. Yeah, he's a truck driver. He should know.
Yeah, what's happening with Gary? He said he's going to investigate a trip across the Nullarbor in his Tesla.
The trip across what?
The Nullarbor.
What's that?
It's a road from across the bottom of Australia. It's about 3,000 kilometres long.
And what is he hoping
No,
for?
no charge points.
How the hell is he going to do that?
You'd need a trailer with a 6 kVA generator in the back.
Can't you drive one day and then sit with? Do they have a way to charge those things solar, or no? Take too long.
Probably, but take a
I would
while.
imagine. Yeah, I would imagine. Well, if you know, drive one day, rest one day, drive one day, rest one day, you might be.
Drive at night and park up during the day and let it recharge.
Yeah, that's there you go, right there. Oh yeah, stop at the side of the road when I need to go. Yeah, my father-in-law does that. We stopped. God, where was it? We were going to get. I can't remember that. My mother-in-law said, "Stop here. There's a little booth. She wanted to get onions or something, Thai onions, which look like shallots to me." But anyway,
Yeah.
and he just wandered off. I said, "Where the hell's your dad going?" My wife said, "He's going to pee. He's going to pee." I said, "We're right here on the side of the highway. You gotta go. You gotta go. I guess." I don't know.
Yeah, watering a tree's okay in Thailand.
Yeah, I guess no one. I mean, you get caught, they'll give you indecent exposure. You can get all sorts of charges. You do that in the States. They'll run your ass to jail.
No, in Thailand it's normal.
Let's see what I said. I think the biggest thing that I will have to learn is to slow down. That's it. I don't think I will be go all the time. And that's the way it kind of was with me. I did have, I've been retired, what, the 10 years, 12 years before I really came here to Thailand. I was 62 or just turned 62. So I had already kind of slowed down. So that helped a little bit. But I did learn enough to, when I was going into the, into the immigrations and stuff, to just forget about it, or you're going to never get anything that you want. And I did learn that. But sometimes, like I said, I can get agitated, mainly with people that, I don't know, my whole life, somebody tells me something, I take that as a, you say you're going to be here at 8 o'clock, I'm hoping that you're going to be here at quarter till. If I go someplace, I'm 10 minutes early. I'm never fashionably late. I think it's rude, but that's just me. So I have to kind of like overcome that. That's my biggest one, I think. Let's see what Gary's saying. Is it possible, guys, there are charging points and more being installed? A guy did the bar in his Model S Tesla a couple years ago. Cool. Yeah, there's something, I don't know. I mean, is that someplace you really want to get? I'm just guessing, but there's probably absolutely nothing there, correct? It's like you're in the middle of frickin' nowhere. Is that the place you want to get stuck? Or I guess, do you have cell service or do you have a satellite phone? These are all questions I would want to know.
Cell service is very patchy. You might be able to plug in a slow charger to a power point out in the Nullarbor at a service station. I don't know. I don't actually know if there are Tesla fast chargers out there.
I would definitely want a satellite phone. Hey, Bobby, time to get going. Here's one for your Filipino friends. I don't know what that is, but painted on many walls, don't be here.
Ah,
You got me. Who is it this week, Bobby? Did you put it up there? Or you want to come on and promote? I can put the deal up here real quick so you don't have to look it up. I'll let you come on, and not that it's gonna be
oh, you need to wait 2.5 minutes, so you do it at the 1.5 hour mark.
what is it? Oh, it
Morning,
is.
Dowd.
God, it's already an hour and a half. Amazing. I thought I don't have that much to say. Probably only going to go an hour today. That always happens. But good morning again. Good day, everyone. Thanks, Dallo. Joe, you sound like my former boss. He was a West Point grad. They are late 30 minutes before the meeting. Yeah, I don't know. You haven't made it yet. Okay. I guess what did I see you on? Was it Yads last night? Did I just not notice that you had a background that said Friday? I didn't see who it was. Must have been the one from last week. Well, when you want to, let me know. And Dallo's saying hi to Mr. Mitch. Did Mr. Mitch say whether they had bacon or not? Did you?
No bacon, processed meat,
Okay. Ham. Or some kind of
and
a
a,
ham.
and a sausage replica, which he took and fed to the dogs.
Uh, oh, shit. Yeah, there's Yads. Jake is always on top of it. I watched that for a little while. I didn't catch all of it. I got to start. I'm going to start forcing myself to stay up till 11, 12 o'clock and get up at 6. I think it would be better. Although for walking, I need to get out the door quickly. But that isn't hard to do either. There's nothing around here. Some soey dogs, but they pretty much leave me alone. I'll just carry a stick.
Yeah, the dogs, if they know you and they know you're not scared, they'll leave you alone.
Yeah, it's really weird because when I drive my scooter around the corner, I had my wife on the back. Oh my God, there's all those dogs. This is the way I go to work. They chase me. Dog just sat there and looked at me, and we drove by. So,
Yeah.
I guess maybe the smell. I don't know. Maybe I stink. Maybe it's I'm a foreigner and I have a weird smell to me, and they want to leave me alone.
Some people dogs like to attack, and others they don't.
Yeah, exactly. I have mostly blacked out.
Some people can
May
pat
change.
dogs, and some people can't.
Let's see. The dog see your beard. That could be, Chris. That could be. And like I said, the cops. I should never say this anymore because now I'll probably get pulled over at every check I go through. I was in Kamala for 8 months and probably went through 150 of them because I would go out of town, either down towards to the main, Phuket, or back up and go to Krabi or Colac, or I'd go out of town a lot, and they never stopped me. Mitch is back. Should we let him in? Yeah, let's let him in. He looks bored. Hey, what's up, brother?
Got some trinkets for the dogs.
Yeah. Hot dog?
Yeah. Yeah, they're about the size of my
Pinky?
finger.
Oh, okay.
They actually look like they got a little capsule on the end of them there.
Yeah, wearing a condom.
Yeah,
Bite fighting.
just
That's right, Wazo. They maybe know that
never
they
been a
won't get
fan of
anything
these.
for Christmas.
Never been.
My father, Jake says, my father was a mailman. The post office gave him mace. He carried dog treats instead. He made friends with all the dogs versus enemies. Probably a smart way to do it. Paolo said, went to begin immigration yesterday. 800 baht fine and a lost TM6 all to get a Thai bank account. So they charged you an 800 baht fine because you lost your, TM6. I'm gathering that's the way it's reading.
TM6s get lost all the time.
Yeah,
That's the
mine's
one.
double
That's the one you
stapled.
get on the plane, right? Is that the one
Yeah,
you get off?
yeah.
I've had mine stapled in my book and moved 2 or 3 times every time I've went and got it for almost 3 years since the last time I came into Thailand. It's still there.
Technically, they're not supposed to staple them into your passport.
They
There you
staple
go.
mine every time. Every time
Yeah.
they stapled right now.
They're getting
Here,
rid of the
say-
TM6 shortly.
Sassy
go.
May and Bruce will be my guests on July 8th. Cool. You get a bunch. Who would be a good one? Let's see.
There you go.
Yeah, I think
Processed meat product has met its.
Process- Do they like it?
Oh yeah.
800 baht
Good morning,
fine
gift.
for not telling them
Not doing the
I was
TM30.
staying at my wife's house. Okay. You didn't notify them that where you were staying. See, most of the time when people come, they don't know that they're really supposed to do that, because
Yeah.
if you go to a hotel, they're supposed to notify where you are. So if somebody's coming here for
There you
vacation
go.
or a shorter vacation, then are going to hotels the whole time on their vacation. Yours wasn't, but yeah, I believe you're supposed to. 800 baht isn't too bad.
I don't like
Could've
them
been
either.
worse. You don't like them, or she don't like them?
Spitting out the condom part. There you go. No, gentle. How do you say gentle in Thai? Ouch. No. There you go. All right. Got to fatten up the product, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dogs are meals on wheels in my world, Bubba. Oh, did I say that out loud?
Hot dog, real hot dog.
Yeah. I do like Costco dogs. They're pretty good, aren't they, Dave?
Yeah, they're excellent. Nathan's usually.
100% beef, you know.
Yeah, they're Nathan's, or they are in the one that
They have
was
both.
close
Yeah,
to
they
me.
have both. And then they have a Mariner dog also, which is what they sell at the Mariners games. It's pretty much the same thing, but it's good.
Yeah, they have good.
You follow
and
me.
What are they? $1.50 with the soda?
Yeah, but I buy the big, the pack. Now, if
Yeah,
you're going to walk with me, don't be like walking in front of my legs and then old man fall down, break, okay? Come on. Let's go.
What do you
Chop, chop.
think of that microphone like this? Do you like it? It sounded good, Bobby. The DJI, that's a given.
I think it
But
sounds great.
They're so expensive, man. The DJIs.
That review Bobby
sound
did.
good. Yeah.
That's like,
He
what,
did.
$300?
He did one
Boy.
on a new deal, and I checked it with Lasada. I didn't see if you had put how much they were, Bobby. The one like this with the arm and that USB one, because I think I found it for 48. So that'd be what, 30, 60, 90, 120,
Yeah, it's beautiful.
$150, I guess. I mean, I'm not going to change, but I was just curious.
Gonna be a
Immigration.
scorcher today. Scorcher.
Well, you hear my dog?
Is that? Oh, that's your house? Okay, I thought it was here. One of the.
Can you hear it?
There's two. Yes, I do. Is she okay?
No, she just lay there. It's not pain. It's just like, I want water. I want food. She can move her head
Yeah.
up now. I fed her last night, and I made her lift her head up and take the chicken that I had for her. She eats fine, drinks fine, with the syringe. I just feel bad for her. It's definitely not pain. She's not in pain. But she definitely doesn't like being just laying
Well,
there.
that's good.
And I know exactly how she feels because I laid for 3 months in that freaking hospital, and I didn't like it either. Let's see.
Mm.
Download says immigration told me I had to go to the local police station and report my missing
You
TM6.
really?
Well,
What? How
I
so?
think it was 89. I'll have to check,
Yeah,
Bobby.
and
Funny.
the police are going to go, yeah, okay.
Yeah. Okay. And right.
Yeah, exactly.
You go to the airport and they're handing out replacement TM6s as you go through immigration.
What's Chris saying? TM6 is needed. Try not to lose it. Yeah, I know. That's why I was glad when they stapled it in my passport. I thought it was great. And it's not like they just did it at one time. When I went back in to get my yearly deal, I did that twice now. They moved it and restapled it and did all that.
Well,
Of course,
it's my chicken scratch that's on that TM6. You
Well,
know.
yeah,
technically, you're
and
not
it's
supposed to put anything in it because you're not leaving yet, so your flight could change. Your signature
Hmm.
says that you're leaving, so you just leave it empty. It's just a piece of paper.
they want to know, but it tells what
That's
when you
funny. The
got here,
day.
what date you got here, and
Yeah.
No,
what flight. Yeah,
no,
what flight you came on.
that's the arrival card, and they keep that at immigration when you get there.
No,
Let me look at
The
my.
piece of TM6 in your passport's your departure card.
I thought the TM6 was that one that showed when you landed and
It's,
what plane you were on.
it's the whole form is the TM6, and you've got your arrival details and your
Uh-huh.
departure details, and
Yeah,
they
but I don't
take
have
off
any
your
departure. I don't have any departure details.
yeah precisely. So your TM6 should be empty.
No, my TM6 is that side that said when I arrived and what plane, what airline, and what date I arrived.
Yeah,
Is
normally
what it
they
said.
take that bit off you,
Uh-uh.
but they
Stapled
always
in
have in
mine.
mind.
Yeah, I can. I'm almost positive. I can check. What does yours say, Mitch?
Trying to look it up here on my phone.
Here's Joe asks a
God,
question.
yeah, my
Can you
eyes are
get
getting old, man.
tomahawk steaks in the stores there? I don't know if you can or not. I've never seen them in macro. We don't have the good stores here in Surin like Mitch has in John Tiem or Pattaya or Bangkok or Udon has everybody but us. I think even Ubon has better markets than we do. Chris is saying yes, they do. Rock correct. It's the departure section that's missing. I don't think I have. I don't think mine has a departure section. I'm gonna have to go look, aren't I? My wife here, she's gone. Gone. I'll go grab it. I know exactly where mine is. I'll be right back.
Yes, okay.
Let's see.
There it is. I've tapped and I've returned.
Okay.
It's already hot. I don't know how hot, but it's hot.
Okay. Here's my
It's
90
17
day,
degrees here.
and here it says TM6, and there it is. And
Yeah, but look at the top right of that little card, Dave.
can you guys see that?
Yeah, that's your departure card.
That's what
Yeah,
they
it
have in
says
here.
departure card right on there.
Well, it says TM6. I don't know. That's the only one that I filled out. It's got stamped on the back. Got a
Mm-hmm.
stamp. I don't know if you guys
You think
can
all
see
the
that.
people screenshotting that right now, Dave,
I
with
know.
all
I
your
know.
little tidbits
I
of
know.
information.
It has all it says is my name, my date of birth, and passport number, USA, the flight I came in on, and my signature. That's all.
On the top right-hand side of it should be departure card.
Yeah, mine
Let's
says
see.
that. Very top right.
So the flight.
Yeah, it says
flight-
departure card.
Yep. So the flight number you have in there is incorrect because it's your
So the
departing flight.
I don't know.
Which mine's obviously going to change because I'm going to. Actually, I will use that flight because it's the second half of my flight to go back, come back, and I don't know. Might go to Kansas to a wedding. Who knows? You get all these invitations.
Yeah, I can't read on Thai what it says, but it just says flight number.
Yeah, but that's normally your departing flight number,
I don't know.
so
I've
they know
done it.
what flight you left on.
I came in here and left every 3 months for the first time, so I probably flew in what 5 times, and it was always the same card,
Huh.
same flight,
Yep.
just like that one. And that one I've had for 3 years, and I've went in. Oh, you guys probably can't hear me. I went in and
Can hear you.
and got my extension for my 1 year retirement visas, and they were the ones that pulled it out and stabled it. Plus, I've been in for my 90-day. Every time that I go in there with my 90-day, they pull off that one that was on the outside of it and reprint up the new one that says 90 days from now and stapled it right on top of it numerous times. So
From the instructions
Yeah.
for filling it out, it says
Old memories. Hey, Dip Media.
you'll have
Yeah.
to fill it in with some of the details from your arrival card, like family name, full name, middle name, date of birth, passport number, nationality, and flight number. The only information will be different from the arrival card is the flight number,
yeah,
because that's a departing flight. And if you haven't departed, you won't have a flight in there. And you don't need to sign it because you're not departing and saying that that's true information.
yeah, I signed mine.
Yeah, everybody does, but
I don't know. I don't know. Hopefully, that one's good enough. Hopefully, I don't have to keep. Hopefully, if I keep it, I'm in good shape.
yeah, nobody's going to check it because I think most of the TM6s, when you arrive, they throw the arrival card into a big
Hi,
box.
JJ.
Here's JJ.
Good morning. How are you?
Huh? I'm kind of curious about all that now, but I guess I'll figure it out when I get. I'm hoping to go back in. I think October is when I'm going to $680 something dollars from on Philippine Air from Bangkok to LAX. So I don't know, and they've always taken it out of there too when I've went to the airport too. They
When you
take
leave,
it out.
they take it out.
Yeah, they take it out, and they never say, "Oh, this isn't the same airline as number that you had."
They never check it. They just take it out.
Yeah, they just want to make sure you have. I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know.
The only thing they check is a box. Yeah, we got it. Yeah, we got
exactly. And like I said, when the hotels are actually required to report under being fined
Yeah.
by the government if they don't say that Dave stayed at our hotel from such and such date to such and such date. They can get in trouble and fined, and most of them will do it. That's why they take your passport and take a copy of it, so that they can report you to the government. That's why I said I don't see any reason anybody that's traveling around Thailand or anybody that's living in Thailand, including someone like me, my name's on the book and the house and all that stuff. If they know where I am, if I'm not at a hotel somewhere, I'm at my house. So 99.9% of the time, they know exactly where the hell I am. So I don't see any reason. So hopefully they'll discontinue that. Like I said, it was a big talk before the virus hit that they were going to discontinue that.
Yeah, that's the TM30.
Yes,
The
to
hotel.
report.
But
Yes,
the
I
funny
believe
thing
that's
is,
right.
if you go to a hotel and your wife checks in, they prefer not to see you because then they don't have to do
They
the.
don't have to do
Report.
paperwork.
I
Yep.
see.
Yeah.
Now, Tommy's saying the TM6 has been
Yes.
suspended to speed up the process at the airport. I have heard.
Yeah.
I
From
don't
July
know.
1st.
On
From
July
July
1st?
1st, TM6 has been suspended.
Cool.
Oh, and when I've done the last 2 90-day check-ins I've done, haven't even had to do the 47 either. They just take my
Yeah,
passport,
I haven't either.
come back
I
and
haven't had to
stamp.
do it. Yeah.
I think the
He
47 is change of address.
It's changed what?
Change of
change of
address.
address.
If you change your building,
Oh,
you should.
yeah.
You're supposed to do it.
Oh,
I
okay.
guess I've been in the same place, so it really didn't matter. Let's see
Yeah.
what Dowlow says. That's why
I
got
haven't. I've been in a bunch
fined
of
because I didn't let them know where I was staying. At
That's
the
the
end
first
of
day.
the day, 800 baht isn't the big deal. Yeah, true. So
Yeah, that's true.
supposedly, just so everybody knows out there, if you're in Thailand and let's say I decided, oh, okay, I broke up with my wife. I'm going to go live in Jantiem in a building as far away from Mitch as possible. Then I go there and I'm supposed to report there and then let them know that now I am living at blah 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 blah, and
Right.
so that they know. It's supposed to be your responsibility, even though it's the hotel's. In other words, from what they told me, is if the hotel doesn't do it, I could actually get in trouble. They wouldn't
Yeah.
necessarily go after the hotel. They might go after me. So I don't know, and that's all hearsay.
It's
That's
it's
just
up,
what I had heard.
up it's up to you if the responsible person doesn't do it.
Right. So if
Yeah.
you believe that they can't do it, that they didn't do it, then you should do it. But
And
I
if,
don't know. Is
Yeah.
it really that
When in
somebody that
doubt, it's
is?
your fault.
Yeah, exactly. A foreigner. When you for the most part, the people that are here that are traveling, well, I guess the backpackers and stuff. I don't know. It all depends. To me, like I'd said before, what the hell difference does it make? Why don't you just give somebody a year visa if they're willing to show you that they bring in 80,000 baht a month? What difference does it
Yeah.
make if they're over 50? Doesn't make a frickin' bit of difference.
Hey,
Don't you
yo,
want them to come
Benny,
here and spend the
what it be
money?
like?
Hey, how you
Yeah, I had
doing?
breakfast. Yeah, it was all right. A couple eggs, and so I
I
fed
guess
the
he can't
dogs.
hear us.
Oh,
Most
yeah,
of the
hang on.
hotels, John's
Here.
saying, most of the hotels I use don't report; they keep the cash. Yeah, I don't know. It
There we
is
go.
supposed to be your responsibility, but we'll see. Kind of strange. This day and age, you have a mobile phone, and they don't know where. Yeah, they probably do. Everybody knows, I think, where you're at. I know that there's a way on the iPhone to actually turn it on for
Hi,
your
I'm
kids
John.
and let them know where you're. You can track their phone, which
yeah,
is
it's
kind of
not that
scary.
easy. It's not that easy to track your phone.
I think it's pretty easy if you have an iPhone. Kind of
They've all got the ability to be tracked, but you have to know
how to do it.
how to do it.
Right. Let's see. Chris says, "Oh, when they do the 90-day thing, make sure you write in blue pen. They took in years for telling me that. Better late than never. So to write it in blue, that's good info. I don't remember. I think most of my stuff is blue ink anyway. I have to look.
I normally write in black.
Do you in black?
We'll be right back.
I hear you breaking up. I can't hear him at all.
That's because he's not talking.
No, he just talked. He just talked a minute ago, and I couldn't hear.
He's too far from the
yeah.
microphone.
I don't have one of them fancy phones like you guys,
Is this the one that you bought with Tom? You guys both bought the same one?
Is that's it? Oh, cool.
Mr. Mitch, you have changed.
I don't.
They say you look
Yeah.
different.
Thank you.
You leaving?
Thank you. I need it.
I don't like writing in blue ink. Oh, let's
Okay.
see. Did I miss anything while I was gone? I don't think I did. If I
No,
did,
that's it.
put something back up.
No. We're just jaw jacking. Talking about how hot it is.
There is it hot?
Either get in the pool or get doing something. Hike up a temple, walk on the beach, sweat it out.
Are you gonna? Did you already hike up that Monkey Mountain thing?
I've done that one. Which one? I've done a bunch of them.
I don't know. James was giving you shit about if you don't hike up Monkey Mountain before you leave Joe's, that you're a.
Oh, that was
Um,
that really. It was a nice flipping bunch of stairs. I'll tell you that. But
I
we've been
wouldn't
on
do it.
some pretty, for me, pretty heavier
Hey
duty
Raymond.
ones. James and Chuck and Joe and the whole group have been on some serious. Like for me,
Yeah,
Erewhon
you
was
guys have.
more brutal.
What was the one that you did where Dow was getting you the ice cream? Where you did your longest video ever?
That was in
Was that a tough one or no?
Supatai.
Was that a
Um,
hard one?
it not really. It was only like 15 minutes, 10 minutes up.
Oh, that's
But
not bad.
yeah, but it was just like climbing stairs. Except for
I
that
just can't
wall, it
do
was
that
flat.
anymore. I guess I got to get my knees done because it's limited me to do things now. So,
But it's funny. You've probably heard it before, but
hi, Paul.
I'm up. I said on camera, I said, okay, I'm going to stop and pan over here and look around. But what I'm really doing is catching my breath. That's what I said, right? I'm going to make it look like I'm getting the scenery. I'm going to catch my breath. And then Chuck says, Dow, ice cream. And he's pointing down at the bottom of the hill. And he sees one of them three-wheelers with ice cream coming about 200 yards from her, right? So she turns and looks up the hill. Oh, my God, they got ice cream up there. So she starts running up the hill. No kidding. She starts running up. And he's saying,
Oh, shit.
no. And she's like, how come she's running? And I was like, well, it is now. But yeah,
Yeah,
it's
exactly. It's
nice
hard.
when you're young, you know. I did that stuff when I was younger.
I didn't
Now
even like doing it
I
then.
fall down. I don't run down or up. I fall down.
Yeah, I don't know. I've got to do something. I got to get the knees done. Not looking forward to the pain and not look. Just the idea of them taking a
But
saw and hacking your
don't even think
femur.
about it, man.
You
It's so
know,
nice.
yeah, it drives me, sends chills. And like I said, with me breathing wise coming out of anesthesia, I'm not really looking forward to that either. But I
Yeah.
mean, if I die, I die. If I die, it's okay because I'm not going to feel any pain. Of
But
course,
hell could be with a tube down your throat forever, Dave. Think of
yeah, I
that.
know. I'll tell you what, man. My wife said,
No.
"Well, what would you have done?" I said, "What was the first thing that I asked the doctor when I could actually hold a pen in my hand and write?" I wrote the words, "Am I going to be
Ice
like
cream?
this forever?" And he looked at me and
Oh.
laughed and said, "No." And she said, "Well, what about if he would have?" I said, "I would have died." She said, how would you have done that?" I said, "I don't know. I would have been very careful and
I would have
yet
taken that pin and stabbed myself in the throat.
two or three
So there.
times." But
A failed
I mean,
tracheotomy.
I wouldn't have
Now you'll
wanted to
be fine.
live like
You'll be
that.
fine. I understand. I understand the apprehension with that.
Anxiety.
I tell you, 'cause
Yeah,
that's a man. I totally understand. I can relate
please don't.
completely.
Brock doesn't want me.
But don't.
I
There's
mean,
more paperwork. They
Jake
got to
doesn't
fill
want
out
me to die.
paperwork.
Yeah,
How many times do the doctors say, someone dies on the operating table or dies in under their care, and how many of them they have to say suicide? I mean, come on. It's like, really? They're like,
well, I'll
really?
tell you,
He killed
I
himself,
don't.
really?
I don't know if I ever told you guys this, but when I was in the hospital, she was my rock, man, Nitnoy. She would hold my hand. She would wipe my forehead with the rags, the cold rags. She would tell me, "Hang in there, be strong." She was just a good woman. Well, I would want her on a certain side, and a few times I tried to go, come over to this side, like you can't talk. Come over to this side, and she didn't go. She didn't go. She goes, "Didn't you ever wonder why a couple of times you had asked me to go around to the other side?" And I said, "No, I didn't. I don't remember." She goes, "The guy in the bed next to you died, and he was laying in the bed, and she goes, and the nurse didn't want me to go over there, and she didn't want me to tell you that anybody died in there, because like I guess when I was in there, I don't know,
Oh man.
5 or 6 people died while I was in there for 2 months. So it
Oh
was
no.
weird. She goes, I didn't want to stand next to the dead guy. I said, well, hell, you
There's
were
a
holding
spot.
my hand.
There's a
I
spider
couldn't.
on my phone. I hope it goes over the camera. I can sit here and watch it. That'd be
Is it
funny if it
going?
went on.
Spiders don't bother me.
Uh,
No,
what's
I think
Chris
it'd just be
saying?
funny looking.
All you need is an epidural. Yeah, I know, a cordless drill. I didn't let them do that on my knees either. They said, "Oh yeah, we could just give
That's
you
it.
the block down." I said, "Will I hear anything? Will I see anything?" Well, yeah, but it's just like you might feel tugs or no. Put me out. So yeah, I could, Chris, but
Yeah.
I won't. Let's see this Chris now. I had 2 Chris's. I hope all goes good. Mom and Dad can't visit them there. I wanted to show them the beauty and some of the people here. So what? I
Oh, he
must
just
have missed
jumped off.
some. Did he?
And he was half a centimeter from the freaking lens, and he
Please don't
jumped
tell
off. Come on back.
me. Let's see surgery, and they ask you, do you have power of attorney or do you have a willing will? Had to take a moment. Yeah, I'll probably before a couple of things before is I do not resuscitate, and
I've had
I'll
DNR on
probably put
mine
him.
for a number of years.
Yeah, and I'll probably have to tell them that didn't know. I'll probably have to
I'm
sign
tapped
some
out.
papers.
I want to see
Dave,
what's on the other side.
my ex
Just
just
kidding.
had both knees done, and she feels 100. Yeah, I know. I got to. You're right, Paul.
But the
Everybody's telling me
key
that.
is follow what the doctors say. When they say get up and move, you gotta do it. Otherwise,
Yeah,
you're
yeah. You got
capital
to
F
do whatever
word.
the physical
They'll get
therapy
out
that
the
they tell
cattle
you to
prod
follow.
and
Well,
If they
when
say
I did
now,
my
you get up,
when I did the ACL in my left knee
and that's
12,
tough
15
for
years
me.
ago, what the physical therapist told me was, I know you have Vicodin. Do not take your Vicodin. Save up a few until when you have an appointment with me every other day. Then take your Vicodin before you come to see me. We're gonna hammer you, and I'll send you home. He said that way you don't have to worry about anything. He said just take an extra one. Here's a physical therapist telling me to take extra drugs, but he was right. I lived through a little bit of the pain to have. So I had 2 when I went to him, took them, and it helped immensely.
The
Let's
only time I
see.
take mine from my stash is when I have a kidney stone.
Yeah, I can imagine. I heard they're painful as hell. I've been lucky enough in life that I haven't had one. So,
Yeah,
Dow Low says the last checkup I had with my doctor, he asked me how much alcohol I drank. I told him half of what I
I
normally
said
drink,
that's a
and he
lot.
said that's a lot. I did that years
That's a
ago.
lot.
Now I tell him I don't know. Last year I had like 3 drinks. Oh,
Yeah, that's
perfect,
good.
great. But before I would do the same thing. I had a buddy. I don't know if I told you this before. He's a drinker, and he likes to drink whiskey and beer. But he went to the doctor, and the doctor told him he came back and he said, "Man, the doctor said I only have 50% of my liver left, operating." And he goes, the doctor was freaking out. And I said, "Well, weren't you?" And he said, "No, I'm 50 years old. I'm going to live to be 100, and my liver will fail." So he
Yeah.
had the doctor told him to stop drinking. No way, he didn't stop drinking. Never happened. He did cut back on the whiskey a little bit and went more at the beer. I don't know if that helped or not.
I had a Thai doctor tell me that I should cut back on my drinking. I told him that it'd be extremely difficult to do that because I wasn't drinking anything. And he
Yeah.
said, "Oh, well, you should have at least 1 beer a day. That's good for you."
Oh, that's
They used
good
to say
for you.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they used to say that about red wine all the time. The Italians. Well, can I at least have 1 glass of red wine? It's supposed to be good for you. Yeah, it is. Let's see. I watched Time to Go Blind. I watched them doing my stents on a big screen TV. Yeah, they did mine. You know what they used to do to me all the time? My doctors in the past, that my heart doctors. They would bring me in. My knees were always shot. I couldn't run on the treadmill. They'd give me the nuclear crap and open up everything and do all that way. And then at the end of
Uh,
it, he'd say, "Okay, you need to stop smoking and you're too fat. And I said, why do I need to stop smoking? He goes, did we do a lung x-ray? And I said, I don't know, not today. He said, let me do one. And he was always pissed when he'd come back. He'd go, damn it. And I go, why? He goes, your lungs are, he goes, you smoke 3 packs of cigarettes a day. You've been doing it for 40 years, and your lungs are freaking clear. He goes, I can't even say your lungs are bad and you need to do this. So I guess I've been lucky. Because I did. I smoked a lot. See you guys. Gary's leaving.
See you, Gary.
They won't
See you, Gary.
They won't put you.
Speaking of leaving, I better go too.
They won't put you out for what? The stents? The doctor woke me up during the middle of mine.
Let me see this.
I didn't know that. Everybody's saying goodbye to Gary, which is always nice. Take care.
Gary, I think it's really fun when you drink more than your doctor. Yeah.
More than your doctor. Yeah, it was. I never could get out of a doctor get what an acceptable limit was. It was always, I don't know. Even back in the day, I don't know. I don't drink much during the week. I drink on the weekends. What do you drink on the weekends? God, I don't know. A case of beer for 2 nights and a $7.50 of whiskey. And they're going, oh no, that's not good. What's good?
Morning, Tom. Morning, Tom. Thailand Digital Nomad.
Yeah, there he is. Morning to you.
Hey, Tom.
How is that new hot rod you got to take the child to school?
Take Anna to school.
Anna,
how did that work out? My wife saw Anna on Facebook or something. She said, that's a little girl that rode in between us on the Forza. I said, yeah, it is. She's getting big. I said, yeah, she is.
Thanks, Tom. Your avatar looks great this morning. I love that picture of you and Anna back in the day.
Yeah, with her
laying on
his chest. I like that one too.
Brought back a lot of memories from.
He says it's good. It's fantastic. Cool. Are you gonna do a video on that, or you gotta do a video of you and her driving to school? That way she can watch it 20 years from now and goes, that's when my dad used to drive me back and forth to school.
She said, that's when I drove my dad. My dad dropped me off.
Why is Tom kissing your ass? What's that all about?
Who? Tom,
what? Mr. Mitch, you're looking good. Did you does he owe you money or something?
No, I paid him. I paid him to say that, Dave. It's a paid plug. He feels sorry for me because of all the
hey, storekeeper, how you doing? Hey, Mitch, have you bought a vehicle yet? Storekeeper wants to know if you bought a vehicle. I'll let Mitch answer.
No, I still have my little Yamaha Aerox 155 Aerox, and we have Dow's Pajero. So,
you don't really need much now.
Yeah.
How does that thing run?
For now.
How does that thing run?
The Pajero?
Good? Yeah.
It's fine. It's old. I mean, it's a 2014, but sitting in Joe's, which is new,
right?
And the 14, it's like, a lot has changed in 8 years, 10 years, just like anything.
The buggy video coming. Check out.
That's just
Tom's
the camera, the filter I'm using, Jake. I haven't lost any weight. Honestly, I have not lost. When I got here, I lost about 4, 5, 6 kilos, right? Well, I gained that back and then another 4. These road trips with the gang, I eat a lot.
Did Jake lend you money too? So both Tom and Jake have lent you money. Look like you lost weight, and Mitch, you look good. So
yeah, they know they've seen the troll stuff that I haven't deleted yet this morning.
It's always fun, isn't it? Let's see.
Yeah.
Well, I think I'm caught up on everything. There's still, it dipped down. Now it's back up to 24 people here. I don't know.
Go back to the video.
2 hours and 5 minutes.
2 hours and 5 minutes. Holy smokes! I've walked a little, had breakfast, fed the dogs, 2 dogs.
And I've sat here at
the other
computer
one. She's at my feet now.
Yeah, I'm basically the same as Dave. I've had 2 cups of coffee and sat in front of the computer.
That's it, me
too. I'm actually
You
wanting
drank him
another
a couple.
cup right now. I had
Tom
Ovaltine at the breakfast joint.
Tom said, "Gotta love Thailand. Mitch always pays his own way. No free
That's
lunch."
true. No. Tom's bought me lunch a number of times and dinner.
He's bought
He
me
has.
lunch too before. Tom's a good guy. Hey,
Yeah,
there's
very
Tim. You made it.
gracious. Tom's done a lot for me behind the scenes. You know, when I
Tom's a
first
good
got
man.
here, had
He's
never
a
met
good
the
man.
man,
Definitely a good
and
guy.
I shipped a bunch of goods to his house, and he stored them for me while I was in Phuket for 5 weeks. Had to elect
I
them
remember
apples,
that. Yeah.
and then he delivered them to me. He wouldn't come in. He refused to come in the condo, though. I don't understand that part. I'll let Tom explain that. I lived on the 47th floor of
Tim,
a
just if
48 floor building, and he don't like heights.
if you guys are interested in house builds, and that's how you got here, eventually was watching me do mine.
Hi, Tim.
T&W living in Udon Thani he just put out a video. I don't know number, but he's getting close. They smooth coated the outside, everything's smooth. He's getting close. So if you guys check out Tim's channel.
How many pounds?
By all
Well,
means.
I came with last go around. I checked 2 suitcases, and they were both overweight. And I mean, for like 4 kilos over, I paid $175 leaving Seattle, and then it was just ridiculous. But when I was in Phuket, flights were reduced to only a few airlines and a few runs, and they had like 7 kilos carry on and 15 kilos checked, which is like half of what I brought. So I went to the post office, packed it all in a box, and for 200 baht, I shipped it to Rayong, to Tom's, so I wouldn't have to pay exorbitant fees. I could have bought a whole nother seat next to me and put the baggage there, but they would not allow it. Seriously.
I think Mitch just
I was like, I'll just buy an extra seat and I'll put it in the seat next to me. Oh, no, you cannot do that.
What was it, $200? For how many pounds?
Yeah, $175. I was already kicking myself in the ass. I was like, God dang, because I broke my 1 bag rule. I used to travel with just a carry-on, period, for months at a time. But this time it was like, okay, it's the last hoorah, right? So I'm going to bring all kinds of extra clothes, shirts, shorts, whatever.
That's what I tried to do.
Yeah, you got to remember, I'm a big guy, so 4 of my shirts weighs 10 times what 2 of some other people's shirts weigh. You know what I mean?
It's really hard to do that on Asia Air. When I had the pass for basically free, they limited me to 7.5 kilos carry on.
Yeah,
otherwise you had to pay a bunch of money. And I got it down to I could go on a 4 or 5 day trip, and because I had cameras and I took way too much shit that I didn't need, that I know better. Yeah, but
seriously, if you're coming over, from the United States, let's say, people.
That's what he's asking. He's saying, thought you were talking about from the States. Wife wants to ship some stuff. So I don't know. If
that's a different story. If you're going to ship, I know people that have shipped a bunch of stuff, household goods in a container, in a partial container, in a container, from both the UK, Australia, and the States. But
Tom might
really,
know, but that's going to be from the UK.
Unless it's imperative that you got to have it. It has some tangible heirloom quality thing to it. You can get everything here.
Yeah, you can.
Seriously, I mean, you really can.
But there's things
that you can't get. Like Crystal Light. I want some Crystal Light. So a friend of mine's going to bring me some Crystal Light. I just like that powdered sugar-free crap in my water. It tastes good. And it doesn't take up any weight in the bag. So, but it's crazy what the airlines charge for extra weight per kilo. And it says it right in the fine print what they're going to charge. And I didn't realize I was over, because my bathroom scale wasn't as accurate as the one they have at this airport. $90 a box. There you go, Tim.
And that was from the UK. I don't know where you're coming from. Are you coming to live here and retire in Thailand, storekeeper? That's from there, but I would imagine.
And that box, he's talking a shoe box. No. Yeah, it was a little a Cadbury candies box.
Yeah, be careful what you ship as
Yeah,
well.
see, Tom, there you go.
Don't bring electrical goods from America. Because
Peanut butter. They
don't
got
work
peanut
very
butter
well.
here. They don't have Adam's Old Fashioned, but they got Skippy and Jif.
Yeah, they do, and
It's
they got
like
both
$9 a
smooth
jar, you know, for a.
and chunky. They got both. But,
You can get Australian peanut butter as well.
Really? Oh,
Yeah.
they call it peanut butter spread in Australia, yeah?
Peanut butter, peanut paste.
7 carry.
Peanut butter
Yeah,
paste. Okay, I think.
when
It
I came, I took
doesn't
3.
look like
I took 2.
Vegemite either.
I took 2 giant suitcases that were
There
50
you go,
pounds,
Paul.
whatever that is, a kilo, and then 1 carry-on, and
Yeah,
and
Asia. There you
and a
go.
little small backpack, and that's all I brought here, and it was everything that I needed because, like Mitch said, everything else you can pretty much get here.
And I've been getting rid of stuff ever since I got here. I'm accumulating some other things, you know, but those I can walk away from.
Let's see.
I broke my
Because when
coffee
I
cup
moved-
first day on this trip, so now I'm drinking out of this little puny little teacup.
Yeah, so do I. I do it because
I like
my
a
wife
big
gave it
mug, you know, like 2 cups of coffee, stays hot. I dropped it first night in the hotel.
Paul says, when I move to Thailand, I'm not bringing my stress, worries, or financial burdens, leaving them here. Good idea.
Does she
there
know
you
that, Paul?
Exactly.
Yeah, it's good.
Exactly.
It's good. I'm still impatient. I'm more impatient than I was in all years past coming here. I don't know what it is. But yeah, I'm dealing with that.
Yeah, if you have a Thai wife, Tom's stuff right there, you can bring in 40 boxes without paying tax on it. So if you
There you go.
have a brand new laptop sitting in one of them or whatever it is, you're not going to get
No duty, no
tax.
taxes. That's good. It's good to know.
Yeah, Tom.
So I
did it.
suppose I should get married just so I could ship some stuff. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, that's what you need. Large boxes are available at Home Depot.
It's not
I
an
have the
arranged
info on my
marriage.
phone if you're interested. Yeah, Tim's saying you can get large boxes at Lowe's and Home Depot. I don't know. My wife always used to go around, and it's really weird, man. People save their freaking boxes when they move. They break them down.
Yeah,
put 'em
no,
in,
that's funny.
and she asks her her friends, and they'd bring over all these boxes. I bought 3 large. Oh, that's what you were laughing at? I
Yeah,
still haven't opened them.
haven't even touched them. I
She
brought
does
I
now.
brought my extra pair of running shoes, and I haven't touched them either. I think about, man, that cost me $200 in shipping.
Tom wants to know when you're going to be back in Jantiem.
Boy, that's a good question. Everything's fluid. I was when I originally left. I was thinking about being back the 24th because Steve was kind of tentatively thinking about having the opening of the second site of the Wombat. But the 24th, I might be on a tropical island for a few days, and then another tropical island. Yeah, honestly, it's changing. Like checking out of here today, headed down to location. I will probably meet up with some people there. I think we'll converge there. And notice it's keeping it nebulous because I don't care what people know where I'm staying, but other people might because of their channels and such, you know.
Right.
And content. But so, but yeah, I'll be.
I know James
we'll be leaving here.
James had just put up a couple of advertisements on Facebook and YouTube that he's going to what is it, Maribel's and what? In Phuket.
Richie and Maybell's the coffee house. Yeah, Phuket. Love that place. Love them. Just genuinely
seem
friendly
like nice
people. And
people.
All the people I've met there were great. And that was back when Phuket was like closed. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, I'm surprised.
But what a great ride on the bike! Great ride on the bike. You know, right? Phuket is really nice, isn't it, Dave?
Yeah, I like Phuket. A lot
You
of people,
spent a
some
long
people
time
don't.
there, and
I did. I loved it.
some things are more expensive, but in the big picture, it's not. You know what I'm saying? You could be in a 5-star resort for less than a Motel 6 in the States. So
Yeah, I know. It
comparisons
is. It's
that
crazy.
way.
It's all relative. Paul's saying people who have Vegemite for the first time have to realize that they should spread it thinly. You have to watch Brock's video, Paul.
It's an acquired taste, yeah.
Yeah, you gotta watch Brock's video. He had made an emphasis about how thin it needs to be. So I think you guys are
And
on the
as for
same page.
Marmite being better, Marmite's being is definitely better than eating concrete. That's about it.
Yeah, that's funny.
When Tom says he'll
Yeah.
toast you Friday at Peaky, I guess that's your favorite place, huh? Peaky Blinders.
Actually, great establishment, great food, great setting, but it really doesn't matter where we're at. It's the people we're with at those lunches. That's what makes it.
That's right. And Kevin's gone now.
We could
Is he
sit. We
gone
could
now?
sit around an unair-conditioned place eating Vegemite on toast, and it would be a wonderful lunch with these guys. Because that's why I go to those lunches.
Did Kevin?
Just people.
Is Kevin gone now? Is he on his way back or?
Let Tom answer that. I believe he's gone. Today is what? Wednesday?
21st.
Tuesday.
Yeah.
Today's Tuesday.
Is it
Tuesday
the
here?
21st?
I believe he's
On his way.
on the bird.
Or close.
On the bird, yeah. Or yeah,
Okay.
if not
And
there,
6 months. 6 months. He said in the beginning of his last live stream. 6 months. He's
Hell, 6 months from now, I could be living in the Philippines.
6 months. I could be dead.
I could be
But
stuffed
that's
in a
just
monkey
me.
house in Bangkok. You know.
Kevin went last night.
You could be banged up in the Philippines,
said.
yeah.
That's right. I could be hit by a bus today.
Yeah,
Feel
it's
bad for the bus driver.
You don't know, man. That's why I say about, if you
Yeah.
can retire 5 days earlier than you think you can, I would retire 5 days earlier. And like I said, if you're not going to retire in your own country, you got to check out Thailand. I mean, like I said, I have nothing to gain by anybody moving here, except that maybe I get to meet them and they're good people. But, it's just clogging it up. I mean, I want those beaches that are behind Mitch. You see somebody every 45 minutes or an hour. That's more me. I don't want to stand on a beach with 100,000 people.
Lot of beaches on Soy 6, Dave.
Never been to Soy 6. Never been to any of the Soys.
Oh, you haven't?
No.
Oh.
No, never.
Yeah.
We were supposed to go that one night with James, right? We were supposed to go out, and we didn't go.
Yep.
Next time I come, I'll go. I think I'll be with the kids though the next time I come, but that's all right.
Bring the kids.
No, all I got to do is give them.
That's an education.
They'll go to the night market. I just give them 1,000 baht, and they're like, "Oh God, there is a God." And
I brought my kids there when my kids were 8, 9 years old. I just sat them right outside the bar, outside the playpen there. Before I even knew Brian, I said, "Yeah, just sit here on the bike. Yeah, well, Papa goes in and drinks. Okay, I'll keep an eye on you."
Yeah, but you're a full blown monger. You're a full blown monger. I'm not like that. When the first time I heard somebody say monger, I had no idea what the hell that was.
Yeah, well, I was a monger when I was in high school.
Didn't have a clue.
For 2 months of summer, I worked at Pike Place Market. I'm sure you've heard of that in Seattle, and I was a monger. I was a monger wannabe. I'd fill the ice in the morning and all that kind of stuff. Bring the buckets of ice, and then they'd do the display, and then they'd throw the fish. But technically, I was a monger. A fishmonger, right?
Fishmonger. Yeah. Paul says you would be one of the first people I would come to visit. I appreciate that, Paul. Thanks. I'm looking forward to
I said that too, but then I ran into him on that bike trip.
The only one that's come here is Tommy and
Tom.
And Tom. Two Toms came here.
Chuck came there.
And Chuck came. Mitch didn't come. Andy, I don't blame him. He was all over the place.
I had COVID, and then
Robert,
the next one there was something else happened.
I don't
two
blame
things
him.
happen. And life happens,
Yeah, Mitch had too many. Mitch got screwed up. he got screwed over.
Man, I tell you
But
what, I could have come and given everyone COVID. You know, I think I could have traveled. Been
well,
sitting there.
Paul thought a monger was a motorbike gang. Let's
Yeah,
see. I
there, I'm
just
sure
had
there's a I'm sure there's a club called the Mongers.
today. Yeah,
Those
probably
are
is.
mongrels.
Is it? Yeah, Mongols.
The Mongrels, yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm not saying gonna be living in paradise. Just had a conversation today with somebody. Sorry, not saying here, staying here. Gonna be living in paradise. Yeah, I, I can't think of any better place. Like I said, I don't know exactly where you're from either, but the coming from the U.S. and I think any other place, especially now. Anybody know what the baht is today against the U.S. dollar? It was
I
35
haven't looked, but
point
probably
something.
35.28. I think I looked at it last night.
Yeah, something like that.
It
So
was a conversation at dinner.
yeah, I mean, the bang for your buck, the way that because especially right now, you can make if you know you're going to stay here, you can make some sweet deals. You don't have to make it for just a year. If you know you're going to, this is where I want to be, you can make it for a long time, and they'll swoop it up. And I'm talking a 10,000 baht a month condo that should be 18 or 16. That you could lock into at least a couple of years, at least one. That's easy. But you could at least you could get as long a lease as you want, as long as you're positive in your mind. This is where you want to be.
Yeah,
Like I
the
don't know,
stuff
Mitch
I'm
never.
doing. Go ahead, Dave. I'll let you finish
No,
that.
I was just saying, Mitch. From the very beginning, you didn't know exactly where you wanted to base out of, but it seemed to
And
lean towards where you're not now. But I don't think it's still cast in stone, right? You still don't know for
I
sure.
chose. I know I didn't want to live like in Pattaya. I chose Jomtien because it was more laid back.
All right.
My memory told me that, and it is. But I'm looking forward to even more laid back now. Now that I've kind of started to acclimate more, that kind of thing.
Right. I think
Yeah,
if I was
I forgot what I was going to say.
the very few places
Yeah.
that I've been here, I think that if I was going to pick a place, it would probably be over. I don't know if necessarily in Pachuap, but in that area, I think I would go that way. From what I've seen, more my style, quiet,
Flipping,
low key.
beautiful, beautiful,
Yeah,
beautiful.
yeah.
Yeah, it is beautiful.
All right, so he's saying
Um,
35.38, and hey, Aaron,
35.
what's up? And he's saying 35.37 on Wise.
There you go.
So
That's
pretty
what
good,
Wise will
man.
give you. That's
Yeah,
good. That's
that is
really
good.
good.
And
Now
John saying
I could retire in the
24.
States. I could have stayed in the States, okay? But I could not afford or justify spending the amount of money doing what I'm doing here, the traveling around. Okay, I'm going to go to Florida this week. I'm going to go to Texas. I'm going to visit friends in Texas or Florida or California or whatever. I'm going to go prairie dog hunting in Montana at my cousin's place, whatever. It all costs a lot of damn money and $7 a gallon for gas. You just do the math. I could not afford to do what I'm doing.
No.
I've been to 30 provinces just in the last
Hey,
8
why you
months
tripping? How you doing? Why you tripping?
and stayed
Glad you could make it.
there. Why you
Yeah.
tripping low?
Well,
So,
originally
so
before
I
my
get more
wife
bang
died,
for
I was going to do
more
it.
bang for my buck, you know.
Yeah, definitely. We were going to do it. I wanted to get a diesel pusher because there is a lot of places. Have I seen a lot of places in the U.S.? Yes. Would I probably have plenty
There's
of
a lot
places
more.
for the rest of my life? Yeah, to see a lot more.
I
Then yeah,
haven't
but
been
we
to all
were supposed
50
to go
states.
6 and 6. We were supposed to go 6 and 6. We were going to go wherever we were going to go. Which, if we probably would have came to Thailand, we would have picked that as a permanent destination for 6 months. And then we were supposed to come back, hop in the pusher, and cruise wherever we wanted to go around the country. Because you can go to BLM land and stuff like that. You don't have to pay $50, $75, $100 a night for a campsite on those rigs, man. They're, the generators and everything that they got in battery and solar. I mean, they're pretty state of the art. But that was way. But now I look back on it. There's no. I would have been right here where I am for the whole time.
No, this is nice. This is just sweet. Yeah.
What was
Really
it?
nice.
What was 80 to 100
I
US
go shopping.
just for a service call on what? Jay East.
Just
What
for
did I
cell
miss?
service, yeah.
Oh, cell service.
Yeah,
I
just for a
thought for
basic plan, you know.
I thought it said me being air conditioning, a service call is what registered
Oh yeah, yeah. I was
in
like, oh,
my
that's
brain.
cheap, right?
Yeah, it's not bad.
That's,
And we were charging
that's cheaper.
150 an
Let's
hour.
go.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Bill, yeah, Bill, those were great.
Let's see. Aaron says, just bought our tickets to Thailand, Dave. Good. And Mitch, December 11th or January 6th. Good. Hope to see
Right
you here,
on.
brother. Let me know where you're going or whatever, where you're going to be. Hopefully, we'll have a meetup around. Well, I'm going to be there at the end of December because Luis Cabo's going to be there. So I'll be there sometime in the end of December for sure. So we'll meet up. I
Somebody,
don't know where you're going to go.
hang on, I'm gonna try to do a screenshot here. Boom. There, did it. So I can put it in my calendar so I don't forget. You know.
Yeah, I'll forget. Yeah, I'll let Mitch remind me. Hey, Mitch, when
So I
was
can
it
make sure I'm
that-
not in town. Just kidding.
Hey, Dip Media, I don't know if I said hello to you.
Yeah,
How
Tommy,
you
no
doing?
kidding. That's funny.
Where Greenie lives, the roadworks are murder. He lives 10 minutes from me. The roadworks are murder? What does that mean? The roads aren't good, Tom? I don't know. Jace was 15 US for AIS unlimited for a month in Thailand. Yeah, I know. And AIS,
Nice.
my wife has got me on TOT, and I'm probably going to be on TOT because I don't want to cause any problems. AIS was the best that I had here, and I know other people will agree with me. AIS was
Yeah, I have
top notch.
AIS.
I never had no problem with them. Let's see. What else was here?
And I have T-Mobile, the Magenta 50 plan.
You got to leave, Brock?
Yeah, I've got to go shopping.
Already.
All right, Brock. See you later.
See you
You
next
got to
That's
get
right,
more
bro.
Vegemite.
No, we've got enough Vegemite. I might do another one on how to spread peanut butter, peanut paste.
Let's
Yeah,
see. Waz
there you
is
go.
saying, John, that's my plan as well. Had a few issues on the marriage front, but hopefully we'll have enough for retirement. Yeah, I had two of those, and I don't know if you've got if you're coming from the United States. Most of the people, even couples that work their whole life that has Social Security, can live here no problem. Even the hardest thing about somebody that's maybe in the $1,600, $1,700, $1,800 a month deal, can you live here if you're not a monger and not going to run around? Yes, no problem. Your visas, how are you going to get your visas? If you're, because I don't know, what does 1,800 work out to? It's a little bit under I think you need 67,000 a month. But with the bot going up, you might meet it. But I don't know how it is in England and stuff. But as a couple that you both worked, it's a no-brainer. Over $3,000, it's easy. And then you've got a marriage visa, which is only 400, so you don't need to even show that much. But let's see. Paul saying
That topic came up at dinner last night, actually. What's your budget or what's your living expenses? I said it's nebulous because some months I'm at home and other months I'm traveling. So in April, we were gone 26 days out of the month we were traveling. And I partied a lot. And I spent, this is including paying for my condo and all that crap back in Jumped In. I spent a little over $2,800 US in that month, staying at all those places on the road.
Yeah, I know you told me that. That's cheap. I'd say mine. I take a lot more money in here than I need, but with the family,
Yeah.
with the house payment or whatever rental, whatever you have, now the car payment, all that kind of stuff, 25 would be plenty, and I bring in close to 35. But it just depends on what you want to do. I mean, it's all, like you said, it's all relative on what you're doing. People ask the question all the time: "What you can live in here? You can live here for almost nothing if you want to live like nothing." I mean,
Yeah.
it is living. It's better.
You
put it this
literally
way,
can't.
It's better than wherever you're from, more than likely. If you're from the U.S., you're living in downtown L.A., East Los Angeles, South
I
Central.
don't know anyone personally
you know.
that wants to live in Seattle or Portland.
Yeah, it's
you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Things
Tom's
is
saying
really
35,000. Yeah, I was
gone
gonna say
goofy.
if you're around 3,000 a month and you're a couple and
Yeah.
maybe you got a couple kids and you got a nice, and you had enough money to buy your car and buy your scooter and not have any payments other than where you're living, yeah, you could do it easily.
Hmm.
What's Paul saying? I will live off my good looks. If that fails John Denver, I'll go back on the road again. There you go.
There you
He
go.
could sing on. He could sing on Bobby's channel. Let's see. I will put 800 baht. Yeah, and if you have that, then you don't have to worry about anything. But like, here's a suggestion in case you do. If you put in 800, put 810,000 baht in there. People that something happened, money didn't show. They were, 799,995, and they got declined their visa. So put a little extra is what I'm saying, just in case. Um, let's see.
Yeah, I'd rather have it
Jason.
and not need it than to need it and not have it. That's for
Yeah,
dang sure.
exactly. My budget now must include a prescription for Dr.
Dr. J.
Tooth. Yeah, that'd be cheap, almost free. It is free.
Yeah.
I'm hoping, for me and having some kind of a hobby, I really loved growing, and not anything to do with using or anything like that. I enjoyed growing the plant, and it would be nice if they totally legalized it, or at least to where, I don't think a foreigner is ever going to be able to grow. But I mean, if I got a greenhouse on my wife's property, it's my wife's, so I don't think that would be a problem. Again, how are they going to police something like that? But it would be nice. I would definitely enjoy that as a hobby. I am seriously considering getting the Elite. If you can, James swears by it. I think the only reason that James did it is he was like 20 years old when he retired, so he it was
20
easy.
years
It was something that he'd get. I believe the next one that he'd go on, he had said before, and if I'm wrong, James, you can slap me next time you see me, that he will be 50 by the time he gets out of the Elite, and he will just pay the company to do it for him, because it's only going to cost you 5,000
Yeah,
or something,
Yeah.
like what Mitch
Yeah.
did her.
I know a few
10,000?
people with the Elite.
10,000. Yeah.
I know.
Yeah,
I know.
Kevin had one too. So
Mine
yeah,
to do my 1 year through the agency was $1,000 US, and the
Yeah.
next one will be on me. I'll do it myself.
it's easy.
I just didn't
I
want to
told
have
you
any
it's
issues initially.
The first
So a
time,
grand out
yeah.
of the gate, $3, right? $3 a day if you look at it like that. Half of a
Yeah, and
Starbucks coffee in Seattle, half of a Starbucks Americano in Seattle. I said, oh, I'm just going to spend it because I didn't want any issues. Didn't want to have to think about it. And I'm done.
Discount if you give the phone.
The next one, I'll just walk in and do it like Greeny just did.
It's easy, man. I
Show
did
them
it
your
by
bank
myself.
book,
My wife
your
was
dues, stamp.
my wife was supposed to do that. If you guys keep in your mind, regardless of what anybody says, it's safer to order the 1 year if you don't have the 800 in there. Order the 1 year
Right on,
statements
storekeeper.
from Bangkok
Awesome.
and bring it in and have that with you. That's going to be your major. Anything other that you do, you need a picture, you need this paper. You're talking about maybe still getting it done that same day. If you don't have it, now you're going to have to wait 7 to 10 days. Storekeeper saying, wife and I will arrive between 110 October going to the O marriage. That's what I have. Budget is plenty. Rest of my income is for playing around with Charles Schwab. Yeah, and Charles Schwab's a good thing to have too. I believe anything you bring in, they reimburse you if you use your card in the ATM and all sorts of stuff. Schwab's a good one.
Yeah. Keep those foreign fees back.
Yeah. Let's see. Jake says.
But I have that
Dave and
Charles
friends.
Schwab as also where I could do the investment thing, that investment savings account.
Right.
I forget what it's called, but I don't.
Play around.
Nice little green snake here, guys. Let's see if I can get it close up. Okay.
What is it? A
It's on the
cobra?
fence. He's popped.
Let's see if he get
No,
bit.
no.
We can actually watch Mitch die on a live
Okay, look
stream.
there.
We'll get a bunch of people.
Okay, here I'm going to put my hand up here, right here. Do you see where my finger is?
Uh-huh.
There's a head right there. Can you see it?
No. I can't, but I'm blind. Oh, yeah, there you go. Ah, okay.
He's about from there to there long.
Wow.
about 3 feet, a meter. You see that?
Probably a gardener snake or some kind of thing like that.
Just a green tree snake. I don't know what. Hey. It's
I
a
don't know.
green
Green.
viper.
Yeah,
Ah!
green street snakes can be venomous. Jake saying, Dave and friends, many of you know I have anxiety issues, so while I joke, there is an element of seriousness to it. I think it's going
Oh,
to do
absolutely.
nothing but do you good to be here, Jake. That's for sure.
Ah,
Dallo says, we're retired and on the equivalent of the average wage in Australia. As long as you don't have any debt, it's enough so far. Are you planning to move here for good? Or I
yeah, I
know you're
don't.
visiting right now, but I don't know if you've ever said whether you were going to actually move
Oh
here
no, that snake's
100%
coming back
Dallo.
with his buddies. Coming back with his buddies now. Let's get
Dip
this guy.
Media. Anyone under 50, elite is the way to go unless you're married to a Thai. Yeah, I agree with that.
66.
The media has don't marry your Thai
That's right.
girlfriend until you
Mama
want to.
snake.
Don't
I hope you
marry
guys,
until you
somebody,
do it.
I hope somebody took a
Mm.
screenshot of that because I didn't get the coloring on it. I don't know what kind of snake it was, but I
Thailand's
shouldn't have
abroad,
been
all over
messing
50
with it.
planning to marry. Kevin has a 20 year. And I don't know, did Kevin ever upgrade to the 20 year? I know he talked about it, but I never talked to him
Extension
that
by
much.
marriage, 1,900 baht per year. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Huh.
that's what mine. Did you know, Mitch?
What?
Because I know Kevin always said he got a 5 year. He wanted to updo it to a 10 or a 20. Did he ever do that? Because
You know, I don't know
I
if he
never
did or
talked to
not.
him about it.
I don't
I
think
know.
he did. Uh, Off the top of my head, I don't recall him doing that yet. You have a certain amount of time.
Yeah. And then I think, Tom, if you get the unlimited in and out on it, it's like 3,900 more. Um, if you're only going to go out once or twice, they're only 1,900 baht or 1,500, 1,200. I just buy the unlimited just in case. I don't want any mistakes. I don't want them taking the thing away from me for 30, 40, 60, for $100. It just isn't worth it to me. Because I think it's 3,900 baht for the unlimited in and out once you have your 1 year retirement visa. Let's see, the medium to Thailand, and now for plan of 6 months, 6 months in the States, but we are working on the visa for her to come here, so retirement is kind of a hassle for the plans. Yeah, but things might change, though. We were talking in the past about if you could get your some kind of a working type deal and be able to be here in Thailand too. I know. Dip media. If you were marrying Thai extensions by marriage, 1,900. Yeah, that's what I pay for mine, 1,900 baht. No, we'll spend 2 months at a time in Thailand every 6 months. Now I know that when I was in Costa Rica, a lot of Canadians, and the Canadians they came. It was like clockwork. They came on a certain date and they all went home on a certain date. And they had parties for both dates. And the reason was if the Canadians they had to live in Canada for a certain amount of time to keep their health insurance. If they didn't, now I don't know if Australia is the same way, I don't have a clue. But that's why they would only come for so many months because they needed to stay in Canada to get their medical insurance or to keep their medical insurance.
There's a gecko. There's a gecko about a foot in front of the snake
Are
right
you gonna
now.
eat
He's
it?
back. No,
Are
I'm
you
going
gonna
to
eat
try to
it?
get it. At least somebody. Oh, he's hauling ass down
A
the
gecko?
thing. See him? He's gone. He's up into the. He's up on the roof now. Oh well.
He said on his live the
Doggone
other
it.
day. Oh,
Anyway,
he
I gotta
said,
go, Dave.
all right, brother. I'm not
Yeah,
going to
yeah.
be much longer. I'll
Take
answer
care,
some
everyone.
questions since we're on a roll. All right, you have a good day. Tell everybody I said hello.
Okay, we'll do. Thanks, everybody.
See you.
Have a great day. Great evening.
All right. All right. Let's see. Dip Media is saying, oh, okay. So he said he had the 20 year. I imagine you're talking about Kevin. Okay, thanks for that. Kevin has gotten 5 year now. Okay, well, he's saying, the media said that on his last live, or on a live stream, he said that he had it. So We'll find out. Somebody will ask him on his next one. Multi-entry permit is the way to go. I agree, Jay East. It's not worth the aggravation. I've heard horror stories of my friends yanked me drunk to Japan to go skiing, and when I got back, my visa wasn't any good. So yeah, I think it's worth 30, 60, 90, 120, $120. I think so. Many people believe the green snakes are dangerous, but in fact, only the vipers are mildly venomous, and they can be distinguished by the shape of their head. I agree. Um, Tommy says Kevin can up to his 28 for 400, but he has to do it all by the 4 year mark. Okay, and I think he had mentioned that before. I remember him saying something about that. Hello, Thailand. Yes, but getting the K1 and marrying here, she won't be able to spend more than 6 months per year outside of the U.S. in order to qualify. Oh, excuse me. For citizenship. Okay. Makes sense. Sounds like you've got everything pretty much under control, Dip Media. It'll all work out in the wash. I don't know. I found that way in my life. I worried about crap my whole life. Is this going to happen? Is that going to happen? I got 100 people working for me. Am I going to have enough work to keep them busy? Am I going to have to lay this guy off? He's got 5 kids and his mother and father. He takes, all this stuff, and all work always came through. Everything always. I don't know whether it's karma, God, Buddha, whoever you want to say it is. It's always worked out for me. I've been lucky. Saw a guy go in the village. And saying goodbye, Aaron saying goodbye. Let's see. Jake. I'm in for about 6 weeks, and at the time coming to Thailand, I wish I could make it more, but we're aging parents. Yeah, and that's just something we've talked about that before. Most people our age, that's what they're dealing with. Regular Joe Travels, how you doing? What's up? Glad to catch you live. Hope all is well. Yeah, can't complain. Things are going pretty good in life right now. Kevin said he's coming back to the U.S. for 6 months. Yeah, that's what I'd heard. 6 months. I think he said he had some kind of, and I don't know if he said why, something that was some kind of a health issue that he needs to take care of in the States too. So I didn't get to catch his lives the last couple of times. I was actually out doing something. Imagine that. Kevin said, yeah, he is a good guy. He gave me a new GoPro on Friday. Very cool. I love my GoPros. Because you are a good man, sir, with a good heart. Thank you. I appreciate it. Hey, Raymond, how are you? Hard works makes you lucky. Yeah, it seemed to. I mean, like I worried for years and years. Because we were non-union. We were one of the biggest non-union contractors in Los Angeles. And like I said, when I say non-union, the union had all their benefits. We had all our benefits. The union paid a service tech $52 an hour. We paid him $50.50. So, I mean, it wasn't like we were paying our guys $3 an hour. And the only thing I liked about the union, and I ended up working union in my last 8 years as a building engineer, the ability to pull people out of the hall and not worry about it, that they signed up for that life. They knew that they were going to have to go to the hall. They knew that they were going to, maybe sit on the books, who knows. And I liked that ability. I didn't have that ability, and it really worried me because I didn't want to send people home that were married and taking care of their parents and their own kids and had houses, but I just didn't want to do it. And I was lucky enough I didn't have to. Throw some of that mojo my way. Lots of summer. June slower until everybody. Yeah, I had a buddy that I want to say close to over 35 years in the. He repaired like the coffee makers and a bunch of stuff for the big airliners. He rebuilt generators and stuff for small aircraft. He had to go through the FAA, had to come to his shop and do all this stuff. And he's finally shutting down this month after over 30 years. And due to the situation, just doesn't have the work anymore. I was lucky enough I didn't have to deal with that. I was already retired. Gator Jake, aside from the K1 requirements, my mom is my dependent, so health issues, but I'm basically taking care of her. So my girl asked if she wanted me to move to Thailand and live with us. Yeah, you're a younger guy. We had talked repeatedly about people in our age group from even 50 or 55 to 65, 70. Your parents are in their late 80s, and they have issues. And it's hard to leave them and go and live your end days out. And still be responsible. I mean, if you wanted to be a total prick or whatever, you could just say goodbye and see you, which I don't think anybody on here is like that. So that doesn't count. But it's definitely a big thing. You wouldn't think about it until we talked about it months ago. I never thought about it before, until people like Bobby and Jake, and when we got into the discussion saying, my dad's sick, or Mitch, my mom and dad are sick, and back and forth. And luckily, Mitch had family right next to them, like I do in the States, and my mom's in pretty good shape. So I don't know what'll happen at this point. What would happen once you did move here? My mom was in great shape when I moved here. So what do you do? That'll be a decision I guess I will make when the time comes. How do I leave my Thai family and what I consider my children and my mother and father and my wife? It'll be tough. It'll be depend on the situation. I have a lot of family real close to my mother, so we'll see. Hopefully, I'll die first. I'm always hoping, but I don't know. Let's see. Jace, why do you say that? From my research, the procedure is different and requires more time in the U.S. for her to qualify. Let's see. I'm interested what this is about. I forgot you were planning on going back and forth. My surrender is different. Not planning on coming back. Yeah. Down low saying, thanks for today's stream. I'll have to get more coffee. See you next one. You bet. And I think it's been 2 hours and 50 minutes. It seems like most of the questions have kind of tapered down. So I think what I'm going to do is end the stream. 26 people. You guys are awesome. The subscriber count's been going up and up. And everybody tells me I need to go. If you're not subscribed, subscribe. It's free. It doesn't cost you anything. But I do want people to subscribe. I want to get to know as many people as possible. That's why I do this. I've got to know a bunch of great people. Hope to do meetups every 3-4 months when everybody's traveling in and out. Hopefully 15, 20, 30 at a time, and have a bunch of fun. So I want to say, come on, Dave. They're just getting started. Yeah, I know. No kidding, right? I'm not like Kevin does it 3 hours like it's nothing. In fact, Bobby's does 4 hours, and I get antsy sitting in the same spot for longer than what it has. But thanks, Waza. So I want to thank everybody, and especially the subscribers. You guys are awesome. The new ones come in, feel like asking a question, as long as everything's on a fairly low key, no drama. We like to keep stuff semi clean. Every once in a while, somebody will mess up and say something. But when my grandkids hopefully watch this 30 years down the road, they'll go, "That old bastard's my grandpa." But you never know. But I want to thank you guys for watching, and I will catch you guys on the next one. Have a great and awesome day or night.